leave early, but I was sick. I mean, and then I didn't die.
This is the left past 10 upside down version of the world. We're not drawing any conclusions. This is completely unscripted, which is basically and very
what was that sound
form.
effect? Do that again. I destroy my sleep schedule every Wednesday night for this. I like to be in bed by 9 every night, except for this fucking show. But I decided, Matt came over to me like a year and a half, 2 years ago and said, hey, we have to do a show called Left Past 10 and it's at 10 o'clock.
Somebody came in last week randomly. They'd never seen the show before. And they're like, I just popped in to see what this is about. And dude's wearing a kaiju hoodie. This is awesome. And I was like, because I had a Godzilla hoodie.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, is that all it takes? Like at some point be like, bow, bow, bow.
It's one stream. You're looking at one stream.
I know, but
one stream open.
Can the pixels handle it?
They're gorgeous. They're just beautiful.
A little.
Do you think that
Yeah, the sound effect, that's good.
I just like the
Crazy.
idea of drawing you both looking either angry or pensive or like something bad is happening in all these.
Yeah.
Where it's not a good moment in all
Something
these.
bad is happening. Jake's here. That's
That's generally the vibe I want to get. So when it's freeze framed and I can have the three of you behind me all going like
always just like
whoa,
what?
wow, this is the first I'm hearing of it. But
Yeah, I guess maybe I've seen a few. I don't know. There is no one else saying you aren't able to do this. And if there is, then you be sure to tell them that the Letterhack said to go fuck themselves. Left Past 10 starts right now.
have some fucking big dumb dork wearing a suit just fucking typing haha idiot on a fucking cell phone screen. Look at that. Look at that.
yes.
Of the three of us, you would think the fourth member would have been ready a minute ago, but this truly is Left Past 10.
What happened? There's 4 of us.
Oh, we are never
We have a
without
new member?
criticism on this. Yeah. Look, just
It's the only way to show up.
Everyone has heard the news. Can't be more excited to have her back. Fucking A. Environmental Coffee House.
Yeah, babies.
She's back and better than ever.
She's back. Yeah, she's
Yes.
back. Don't shoot the messenger, man. She's back.
Best country on earth. What comes to mind?
Now, I see that as how we talk about it's not really left and right. It really is us down here and the billionaire class.
Bottom up.
Really, yeah, it is.
You know, hopefully it works out well for them in South Africa. You know, there's a lot of white people down there. They need our help because that's what we got to do here in America. We're helping white people everywhere.
Left Past 10, which is another really fun one. Have you been on Left Past 10?
Yeah,
that
been
one's
on
fun. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. That's a really fun show.
Mm-hmm.
I love Matt.
Thinking they're being bold when what they're doing is gambling with other people's lives, and they have grown up at this point on propaganda where they're thinking no, these are the risks you have to take to do great things, but really what they're doing is having other people take risks for them.
2022 pickles.
Are those COVID pickles? Those pickles
COVID
infected
pickles.
or
No, they're not infected.
I'm not going to argue that I probably am the most right-wing person here, but I'm definitely more left than I think the audience gives me credit for.
Look at this
Captain
motherfucker.
in the-
Yeah, you know, the producer of the show sent me a text message to my personal phone number. It was like, man, is that crazy?
Whoa. You don't have their personal phone numbers? Isn't that a thing you get after being a member for like a year?
Hold on,
I
Jake.
think it
Are
would
you
be great-
retooling the show right now?
Yeah, let's retool real quick.
Okay, step one, shut it down. So real quick,
Shut it down.
Shut it down. All right,
Shut it all
show is
down.
shut. Retool.
Well, this I've had I've had the worst summer of my entire
That's what
entire
I'm
life.
saying. It ruined your fucking summer.
Oh yeah,
That is a
you
cardinal
are not
sin.
allowed to say fuck. This is the new you.
I forgot. Yeah.
If you say fuck, you are going down.
I
It is
always
over for
fucking
you if
forget
you
that.
say
I
fuck.
forget that shit
Okay.
every fucking time. God.
Okay.
You don't want to paint, you want to write a poem, then write a fucking poem. left past 10 starts right now. I'm gonna
Ready,
leave the
go.
left. But what
I
I'm
honestly feel like if I left the left, it would somehow benefit the left. Like I feel like the best thing I could do for the left is become a deep red Republican
we'd be like,
politician.
oh, thank God.
Yeah.
God, we could all see it.
Oh, he's gonna f things up. Not even that. Just like, oh, he's gonna sincerely try to do something, and the opposite will happen. So good.
And I just think that sometimes if it feels like everything in your world is like mayhem and chaos, just tune in to Left Past 10 and we'll prove you wrong. Right? It could be worse. We'll show
could
you.
definitely be worse.
We'll show you what it's like to not only hit rock bottom, but to splay yourself out flat and just stay there and then say, can somebody put rocks on me so I can remain at rock bottom? Like,
Someone
really
just
want to
buried
let me be bottom of the rocks, rock bottom. Like, as bottom to the rock bottom is bottomable.
This is the last time Seagal's going to be on set. So whatever you want to do, to make it look real, you can do.
Okay, well, geez, where's everyone?
Where's everybody?
How rude.
Well, here we are. Jake will be here. He wrote that he has to. Oh, there he
Boom.
is. He's
There
here.
he is.
Yay.
Okay, real quick. I'm glad to see everyone. Before we all get started, it's the first time I've seen Sandee since her first show, her debut last week.
Yeah.
Excellent job.
Yeah.
Excellent. You don't need us. You don't need the three of us.
Just wait till
This is
tomorrow.
ridiculous.
Yeah, on that note,
Do it yourself.
I'm out of here. You guys got
See you.
it.
Sayonara. I'm going to bed. A wise man once said, 6 weeks ago, how long we've been doing this for every show since then. But
A
it
while.
was good advice. It was good advice. They said, and I quote, this show has hit rock bottom. It's time. That wasn't like an internal memo. That was audience feedback.
That was public. Yeah. And I will say it's and since we're 6 weeks, 7, 12, I don't know, out from that, like I look back on it and I'm like, I really needed that wake up call.
I think about it once an hour.
People who believe that they know how politics works, and they watch a lot of TV news and TV talk shows, and they only know about politics what major corporations have prescribed for them to know. They're just north of useless. But we can reach them. We can sway them. We can sway anybody who's ever been convinced to vote for a Democrat, because Democrat leaders pretend to have our morals. They don't have them, but that's their selling point, is that they are pretending to have our morals with some fictitious practicality that isn't actually practicality at all. It's just the means by which they take bribes.
Your art is yours until we choose to share it with the world. And if that world doesn't receive it, then look, it's actually quite simple. Just remember the Letterhack's first and most important rule. Fuck everybody. Left Past 10 starts right now.
Can we get audio? Can we get audio on this?
I
want to hear what they're saying. What are
I
they
feel
saying,
kind of like.
I don't feel good.
Can we get audio? Can we get audio?
What's
I
wrong?
want to hear what they're saying.
I feel kind of like.
The ghost? Can we get audio?
No, wait.
Can we get audio?
How long does this go on for?
Last night I was talking to a hypothetical ghost. I don't believe they exist, but I'm open to it enough that I'm willing to open my mouth and speak.
Home alone?
Completely alone.
You're home alone here talking to something. Maybe.
Talking to something. And there's a noise. I'm trying to sleep.
See, that I won't do. If I hear a noise,
I will do that.
If I hear a noise, I think to myself, did I lock all the doors? Okay. And then I think, is my house falling apart?
Celebrating with ice cream for me. If I eat sugar, it makes me have a headache. I can't handle it.
I'm that way with cocaine.
Way too.
Two years.
That was
2
a
years
great
today.
video.
2 years. Who put that
Like that.
together? That was great.
I did that.
Matt, that's
Thank
great.
Made myself laugh more than once. Oh, but fuck. All right. sorry. So
You run the intro again. I'm
Just
I
wanna-
dropped my drugs. Run the intro again.
Just gotta
run it
repeat
again. Just
real
run it.
quick.
I'm not ready yet. Just run it. Just put it back
I am
on.
so sorry for talking over the intro at the beginning there. I was a huge flub on my part. I
gotta
totally
make
messed
a new
that
one.
up. I totally messed
Yeah.
that up.
2 years,
I
an
apologize.
opportunity, turn over
I
a new
can't
leaf,
believe
no
it.
talking
Yeah.
during the intro.
We'll start tonight.
Yeah,
Fuck.
2 years.
Hey, all right. 2 years.
Yoo-hoo! Yes.
That's 2. You guys,
and I'm awake.
we've been doing this for quite a while. There's LT9K telling us to shut up again. Good grief.
Welcome,
How about you
everyone.
shut up, Looney Tunes?
Grab the mic and yell into it.
You fuck.
I just want to, I was putting that together and I was like, I have like hours worth of this. Not because we've been doing the show for 2 years, which gives us hours, but just in terms of like doing like greatest hits or a compilation like that, there's a lot of stuff that it's like, well, this is just going to go on way too long. But like, there's a lot of,
I
that's
noticed
not
that
even,
there were a couple Hey Funny Book clips.
no, yeah. And it's almost, it's not even like the fever dream that it could have been. Like, that's pretty straightforward stuff.
It was relatively straightforward
Yeah.
relative to an arrow that crushed against a boulder.
But I
very
will,
forward, straight.
I will start out by drawing one conclusion. That's, I like doing the show with you guys. I'm glad Sandy's back.
Yeah,
It was
me
miserable. A
too.
dark
I'm glad
time.
that
Yeah.
someone
No,
likes
it was
That makes me feel
not.
good.
Yeah,
No, it was a
same with
weird
that.
summer.
Yeah.
Yo,
very
it
weird.
was a weird summer. It was.
It
But
wasn't
we're
that
here.
weird.
I mean,
It
it's
wasn't that
already
weird.
the end of October. God.
I don't need to know
I
that.
just-
That's not necessary information for me. Thank you, but
I'm so ready for
Uh,
Halloween, though. I'm
Me too.
so geeked up.
I've been living in Halloween
I
for the
got
last
one-
few weeks. I've been
One
in a
Halloween costume.
realm of various existential crises, of which are feeding at my psyche like termites
What?
against the
What
lumber
do you,
of our modern world.
so wait, Jake, you got stuff planned? Like, are you dressing up are you dressing up or like decorating the
I have a
place,
thought
or
for
what are you
the left past 10 outfit I might wear. I was thinking of doing like a scarecrow costume with a noose for a tie because, spooky, scary.
Yeah, that's how they do it in
Spooky,
Batman.
scary,
Yeah, I gotta beat the
spooky,
Jake-o'-lantern.
scary.
That was good, dude. That
I
was
feel
good.
like that was a good opener.
Yeah.
The
that was
Jake
good.
o' Lantern.
I was a
Yeah.
burglar. I think I was a burglar, right? I don't remember.
No, we're not asking what you did shortly before the stream. We're saying what are you going to pretend to be for the stream?
Should we wear a costume next week? Is that what we're
Yes.
implying?
Yeah.
All right, wait
Wait,
a minute.
but
I need to
next-
look at my calendar.
So
Wait,
next
yeah.
week,
Wednesday is
yeah,
the 29th.
Sandy's like, I don't know if I'm available Wednesdays at 10. Again, this is like the last 3
I
weeks in a
didn't
row.
say that.
Sandy's like, let me check my
Me?
calendar and see if I'm going to
No,
be
I
here
didn't say that.
for left past 10 because I'm
no,
not committing.
No, stop yourself.
So
And then
when
I'm
is
gonna
Halloween?
be-
Friday?
I'm-
Next
might-
Friday?
Yeah, I
Yes,
think.
good.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, me and Looney are going to do a show.
Oh,
fun.
okay.
We don't know who yet. Well, we all know who he's going to be. I just
Okay.
haven't decided yet if I'm going to be the dead one,
I
the
see.
dead wife, or the alive wife.
Okay.
Oh,
I'd watch either.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's,
good.
I have to start I have to start practicing, but be best. Maybe we be best and try some things new. I have a Melania wig. I wore it to No Kings and walked around with the megaphone screaming, "Be best." Baden is a ain't good baby. It's fun.
I will
That's
say
true,
one
though.
thing
It's true.
that montage has made very clear to me is that this rash on my face is there constantly.
You
It's not
poor
going
thing.
away. Yeah.
Never
You're gonna
goes
be
away.
like
What
that
is
for a
it?
long time.
Is that
I didn't notice
is
that.
it lupus? Not lupus.
It might be lupus.
Butterfly
I think it is
no,
actually.
No.
Parvo?
Holy fuck! I never thought of it like that.
Have you seen
like
a
that big
doctor?
spot right there? That's fucked.
Yeah.
No, there's something else it's called. I forgot. Not eczema. And there's
I
another
have
name.
the
I'll think of
exact
it.
same thing. It's from
It's
wearing
your
my glasses.
butterfly?
Like my it just dries out right underneath where my
Yep,
glasses
That
go.
is it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. The skin gets
Brutal.
super dry,
That's
and then
right.
you scratch at it, even though the doctor keeps saying don't do it, and then it gets infected.
And
then
it's
that's your
dry
fate.
air season coming soon.
I
or
It's
now.
I like
already.
go
I
without my
already have it,
glasses.
dry
I'm
hair.
like, I can't wear my glasses for a day or else.
I had to
you
take
know?
them off. I had to
Yeah.
take 'em
Now,
off
here's
during the
something that
stream.
helps with that is frequent hydration. If you drink a lot of water, your skin is more
Club
moist.
soda.
and
What
it
about
doesn't happen as
humidity? Does
Lots of
humidity
water.
count?
Humidity helps, but humidity destroys things like computer parts if it's too
I
humid.
feel
Well, it depends
Drink
on
a
what
lot of water.
room. Like
I
I've got
feel
my wood stove
hydrated.
on, and I just brought in a ton of
That'll
wood.
dry out.
Yeah, but I've got a humidifier,
That'll dry
and
out.
I've got an air
That'll
purifier.
re-moisten you. Yep.
Yeah, that wood stove will dry
And then
out.
that part will dry you
Dry
out.
It
you
even more.
does,
right out.
but I keep
Yeah.
2 humidifiers on.
How dry I am. Hey, did you
Well,
guys hear
wash 'em
Alex
dry.
from Devil's Advocate Productions ask if I had hate symbol on my hat? Like,
Oh, are we gonna do that early? Are we?
Wait,
gonna
that's me, right?
You
Like,
can say I have a hate
like-
symbol on my hat if you want.
surprise!
Because I'm down. I'm down to have that discussion. I just didn't know we were gonna do it so early.
I was trying to segue. I was trying to find a segue, but call back too. So no, I love Alex.
Would you
I
like to show us the
accidentally-
hat? Because we don't know what hat.
I accidentally called his show Devil's Due Productions. I don't know what I was thinking.
Ooh, that's not good.
This
Yeah.
is a Jolly Roger.
Yeah.
This is a skull and crossbones. It's
Jolly.
we're like a week
Oh.
away from Halloween.
Oh, skull and crossbones. Well,
I
like,
would
that's
love-
Not, that's
I would
not
love-
anything but a nautical or a
I would
biker.
love to
biker
start
thing.
this conversation because I think I know Matt and Sandee's take. I don't know Jake's take. So welcome to the 17th edition.
My take
Jake's
has evolved actually.
So Jake,
over the day.
I would like your
Jakey
take on this
baby.
Nazi
Mwah.
tattoo situation. Is it real? Is
Oh,
it fake? Is it bad?
I don't
Let
know.
us know.
What for Graham Plattner?
Graham
Yeah.
the Cracker Plattner.
Yeah, I think I'll take him at his word that he was an idiot soldier
An asshole,
in a tattoo parlor saying, "Give me the skull tattoo," because
and not knowing
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what it
That's
was.
Why
skull
not?
tattoo. Yeah. The one next to the swastika. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, stop. Listen, I've been in a million tattoo shops, and I have friends that are tattoo artists, and most of them do not have white nationalist shit. But if that was in there, it may have just been a biker type.
My favorite part
thing.
about Graham Plattner's defense is like, I got the skull and crossbones. It's like everyone in the military. It's part of the culture. Yeah, the culture of killing people. So you
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
the bones on your body, and that's
Yeah.
fine. The culture of death
Yeah,
and
lots of
murdering
tattoos.
babies
I
and
don't
sniping children in the
all over the place.
kneecaps, and then going back to Afghanistan for a private military corporation
Yeah.
to defend America in 2018.
Yeah.
Totally fine. That's all
Okay,
part of the culture.
So
let's do a
that's-
But the
background
Nazi
check.
where-
angle, no.
Do a
that's-
where
background
I'm at.
check on him.
This is where I'm. Well, listen, because you gotta assume that his campaign or whatever, there was a discussion. I don't know on what level or how serious they took it, but somebody would have had to bring up, like, well, do you think they're gonna try and cancel you, quote unquote, or do you think they're gonna go after you with a woke mob or whatever because of your military contract gig after your time in service? And so that would have been in line with the conversation in my mind, just assuming the world works this way or campaigns. But in my mind, that would have been part of a conversation with, so what kind of things could people potentially dig up on you? And tattoo that I had covered up, he did have it covered up, right?
He had it covered
Yeah,
up
it was on his-
today.
But what? Yeah, but I
After
mean,
the story
Oh,
came
today.
out.
it hurts.
Okay,
You know how
geez,
much
so-
it hurts to have a tattoo.
But this is
covered
my
up?
thing. This is my thing is he would have probably brought up the tattoo in that point. And that just points to him being like, no, on the one hand, some politicians seem to get away with literally anything, and it's maddening. Whereas we'll hold somebody's feet over the fire, like, look how critical they are of Mamdani. It's ridiculous. But like,
Oh, they're terrible.
in
I'll
this
tell you,
case,
I
I
would
have to
take the
think he
fucking
was
Sarah
ready
Democrat
to.
who's good on issues that are mostly in relation to what the Senate works on. I'll take that over whatever
Yeah,
the fuck
but
that
I'll
guy
just
is.
quickly say I think Plattner probably had an opportunity to come up with some sort of defense against this early on because of the assumption that they would have had to talk about the Blackwater contracts and didn't in the end have anything prepared, which I think is dumb. but I don't
think
know what it does.
a
in
lot
cities.
of work
think-
is being
I
put
think
in.
Andrea is a Janet Mills fan supporter.
I just discovered
she
who
just
she is for the
loves
first time
that
today.
77-year-old
Yeah.
blood.
I
What were
looked
you-
her,
what
I
were you
looked that
saying,
bitch up, and I was
Sorry,
like, hell
Jake.
fucking yeah. I donated to her campaign. I didn't really.
I think a
would-
lot
would
of work is goes into making sure we don't get taken seriously. And the main way that progressives are not taken seriously is we are given something shiny to chase and make an ass of ourselves over. So we're out here being given this story that he's a secret Nazi or whatever.
Mm.
There is a party where the secret Nazis run because they don't have to be quite so secret about it. That's the Republican Party. There are problems with Plattner. I don't like that he was not only in the military, but a private military guy. That's a level of involvement with the American
to defend America in
business end.
2018. He was
So
an
I
FBI
wonder.
No,
but
no,
I'm
no, no,
wondering,
no.
Wait,
That's
wait,
a
wait.
level of involvement with the American military-industrial complex that
Yeah.
concerns me. But we will not have serious conversations about that if we're out there pretending like he's a Nazi or this, that, or the other thing. He's
But
not
you
because he said he's not, and he's running against those beliefs.
Yeah, let's listen to what the politician says. I'm sure he wouldn't be lying. There's no reason that the politician
this
would
out.
lie.
Listen
I-
to what
This
he
is what
I-
a stupid fucking motherfucker would say.
I
Only a
personally-
dumb bitch for brains motherfucker
Stop,
doesn't know
leave
what that shit
Steven
is, man.
alone.
I'm sorry.
I personally did not, and that's me,
That's
because
not
I was
true,
saying
Andrea.
earlier that I recognize that tattoo, but I do not recognize that as a Nazi symbol, and
Yeah,
I'm not
Andrea,
denying it
it's-
is. I'm just saying, oh, I
The only response
could have
if you
fallen
didn't
into
know
that
what
trap.
it was is, "Oh, thank you for educating me."
Why
Like,
is
to
it
say-
available?
Yeah.
Why is it in a tattoo shop? Has it been repurposed? I don't know,
Well,
right?
It's
But
in a
like,
tattoo shop in
where-
Croatia, by the way, and where
Croatia.
some military fucking
Yeah.
groups go to,
In
a frequent
Croatia.
military bar. Militaries which have a right-wing extremism problem because they're a bunch of fucking child snipers and fucking
I think it
loser
would be-
drone operators. So the tattoo parlors that they're gonna go
Yeah.
to, they have all kinds of fucked up shit everywhere.
and
And
you know
he
what's
needs to
you know what's
talk about
interesting?
this.
I have done this over the last 3 months for research for a book. I have done this. And the first thing I thought of was I've seen a lot of skull and crossbones insignia with like the KKK and the Nazis. I haven't seen that one, which I thought was funny. But then you read one article with some pictures and you're like, oh yeah, obviously that shit is everywhere. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But I don't,
I don't
Andrea, I'm not, I don't know if I buy the oh yeah, go ahead and trust the politician, because he's not a politician, right? Isn't that why everyone likes him? Because he's like
Well,
new and
No,
he's
he
not,
is a politician
he's
by
running
definition,
for office.
yeah.
but he's not
He's
like
running
one of
for-
these.
He's an authentic working class politician with a family that owns restaurants, and you know, he's authentic working class by being in a private military.
But I
we're
thought you were
learning
saying,
about
not
I
a
him. Private
politician, even though
military?
he's running for
I
office.
thought you were
we are
saying,
learning about him, but can I say one thing about?
Yeah.
Yeah, go
being-
for it, Sandee.
He's running for Senate, right? So if he has all this background, then he knows the deep bullshit that goes on. He's got inside info that a lot of other people don't. And if he decides that experience is going to be turned into good, and take it and say, look, I was this, but I've learned from it. Just like that cop, what's his name? The one that was in J6, who's all over everywhere now. That
yeah, I
he's-
know who you mean.
He's
Got a podcast. That's
He's
why I said.
turned it into good. How do we know that all of that experience he had isn't going to be for good and isn't going to say, hey, Americans, I'm in the Senate. I want to be on the Armed Services Committee. We do terrible things. I mean, we don't know that. People have to ask him that. He's got a debate.
I do want to be clear. Overall, he doesn't strike me as a great candidate. I see a lot of problems with him. But the first I heard about him were unreasonable complaints, and that made me more sympathetic to him than the complainers were. I mean, it did the opposite of what the complainers were trying to do, and I think we should be cautious of that because I think it happens a lot, and that's how we got Trump now. Is that we failed to make our case, and I think we chased a lot of cars.
Yeah, and I
Well,
wonder, that's not a
needs
bad
to
point, but
be.
I wonder why. Let's say that there's some validity to the notion that he may be a plant, right? Like, okay, what do they get
Stays-
for that? And I
Not
know
all
I've talked
plants
about this.
know that they're plants. This is something that I would like to discuss.
benefits?
If you're a
My plants
plant,
do.
chances are you don't know you're a plant.
Who benefits though? I mean,
I'm a
that is
flower.
interesting, but he's
Andrea,
like
I'm
the
a
Who
flower.
Manchurian
benefits from
candidate.
Democrats
Yeah.
like circling around and cheering on a guy with a Nazi tattoo who worked for Blackwater in 2018?
Okay.
Who benefits? I don't know, the Overton window for the Nazi fascism culture that we're living
Yeah,
in.
I mean,
Working for
I agree.
Blackwater to
Normalizing is
protect
bad. Yeah.
America
Oh my
fucking
God.
7 years ago. Let's run this guy as our progressive champion. Give me a fucking break. Oh my
Well,
God.
Yeah. The only thing I said was he knows things that we might not, and that has to come out in a debate. He's got
Yeah,
to.
he knows what it's
there's-
like to snipe
he's
a
gotta-
fucking kid.
Well, he's got to debate Janet, and we have to know what his record was. We have to know if he's hurt anybody, killed anybody, done any of that. We have to know what his position was.
He
I mean,
covered that
they-
tattoo today.
With some other
Jesus.
fucked up shit, by the
Wasn't
way.
it up here
It's
where
like
nobody
the
would
other
see it
symbol you
anyway
got
for
is not
15
like
years?
it's not a Nazi tattoo, but it's some other weird fucked up garbage
Did
thing.
he
Because it was
say-
a big black thing. How do you cover
He
that?
said he
It's
didn't know
hard.
what it was.
Yeah, so give me this.
So,
So, because I've been
why-
so
why would he-
preoccupied. I've been so preoccupied today, but like, okay, I was
nonsense
drunk when I got the tattoo, blah, blah. When did he find out it was Nazi symbols? Like,
According
when
to
did
an
he find out?
interview he did like today or yesterday that I saw, like he found out like a couple weeks ago, which I call bull
How?
fucking
Did he
fucky.
say how? Somebody saw him
bull fuck, like,
shirtless and was
Just like people
dude.
talk, like he found out from the research, Oppo research.
Well, there's a big difference
Some bull
though
fucking
between
Yeah.
Hegseth's tattoos and
Yeah, but I'm just trying to figure out
The
if he
Plattner's
learned.
tattoo is the specific tattoo used to represent that you want to fucking pull the lever at the gas chamber. I
Yeah.
think that's as bad as it gets. I think it might be worse than the fucking
But
swastika. for God's sake.
was he notified
Did he
of?
think it was just a skull, like some kind? I don't know. Does anybody have a picture of it here to pull?
I don't
up?
want to show it, but
I mean,
yeah,
it comes
he.
down to Andrea. You don't believe his story that he says he didn't know what the tattoo.
I don't
means.
believe
she
fucking
doesn't
shit.
have to.
I don't believe fuck
Okay,
what he
so
says.
why?
We don't know
Why are
him.
you saying? I mean, all right. Well, then if you don't believe that he, like, if you believe that he intended to get a Nazi tattoo and he's secretly been a Nazi,
I don't think he's secretly a
okay.
Nazi. I think he's openly someone who works for the private military corporations in 2018.
Well, if he's
which is
saying
not
he's
that
not
long
a
ago
Nazi,
to defend America and
if he's
Afghanistan.
saying he's not a Nazi, and
Yeah,
that
I don't
means he's
care what he
secretly
said. What he
Nazi in your
says is
mind.
meaningless. I care
How
about
much
his
do you get
biography.
paid?
You do care for the purpose of getting this sentence correct. So
Okay.
you're saying he's secretly a Nazi in that he is
I'm not.
pretending not to be a Nazi, yes?
I don't think he knows he's a Nazi. Like his
Oh my
interview that he
God.
put out there said, like, I got a skull and crossbones. It's just what the military
Got it.
guys do. It's the military culture. Yeah, the
Mm.
military culture of fucking killing people.
So
of
he
killing
learned
people.
about it.
Very
He's
all over the
surrounded by
So, do you
fucking
think
freaks
that we
want
should
to
not
kill
have
children.
any veterans in? No
Yes,
veterans.
I don't think you should be. I don't think you should be. If
in
you're a veteran,
politics.
please fuck off for the Christ's
Well, it's
sake.
not going to happen,
Veterans, fuck
Andrea,
off.
and you're not
Veterans
right
are
here.
garbage.
Well,
You know,
Okay,
also, this
so-
guy's not a veteran. He
Veterans
works
are
for
not
Blackwater.
garbage. Oh my
Black
God.
fucking motherfucking
Okay, so,
water.
hold on,
That's
hold
not
on.
a veteran.
I
That's
don't
a
agree
fucking
that
mass
veterans are
serial killer,
garbage at
assassin,
all.
murderer. That's a fucking
Yeah.
freelance murderer for hire hitman.
Do we know
That's
what
The
he did?
second part,
What
I'm
did
with
he
Andrea,
do?
not the
Oh,
first.
okay, but what did he do? What did he do? Did he
He
do it
worked
for
for
the
a
money?
fucking private
But did
military
he do
corporation.
it for the money? Has he explained what his position was? Did
7
he
years
do
ago.
it for the money? They
I don't
pay
give
a
fuck
lot
what
of
he did it
money.
for. He went to Afghanistan in 2018.
I wish you could
as
be on
under
the committee.
Blackwater.
Yeah, it's gross. But
Do you think
I'm
people
just,
that get,
I am playing devil's advocate here.
Sure, yeah.
I am
Do you
saying,
think
listen,
people-
we've got to add, these are the questions that have to be asked. These are the questions that have to be discovered. And believe me, when he's in a debate, if we have savvy people that question, it'll come out. When is the first debate?
do you
I
think
don't know.
people that get Chinese tattoos of their name, but it's actually the Japanese symbol for soy sauce, are secretly soy sauce promoters?
Big soy.
No. Stupid. If you get a tattoo without knowing what it is, you're stupid.
So
that I
here-
agree.
Okay, I
Go
mean,
into a Nazi tattoo parlor and you
happens
don't know
a
what
lot,
any of the
though.
symbols mean, you're stupid. And if
happens
you
a
join
lot.
the
Yeah.
military, you're stupid. And if you go to
But-
Afghanistan in 2018 to defend America
Andrea,
with a Nazi tattoo on your
Andrea,
chest and you don't know
do
it's
you
a Nazi
under-
tattoo, you're
do you
stupid. You're
understand that
dumb. You
maybe
should
not
run
for
Senate.
but maybe not for him, but the military is a way out of poverty for hundreds.
I will sell my
and
soul for
thousands of
killing children.
people.
I will kill
Yeah,
children
and
so
look-
that fucking I
Well,
can put
do
food
you
on my
think the
table. Give me a
do you
Okay,
fucking
think
hold
break.
on. Okay, hold on.
every
I'm
branch
sorry.
of the military kills children?
I
This
think
is
it's
not the
obvious.
IDF.
Sandy, you know the answer. She's not going to change her mind based on these questions. I'm sorry.
No, I'm
This
trying
is
to get this
this
about-
is just
I like-
circular.
I'm having fun. I don't.
I know. I'm
Yeah,
still
but I
trying to
can't
figure
say
out.
that about veterans. I can't say anything like that, like you said. I won't.
I don't.
I know too many veterans, and
I know
that's not
veterans
right.
too, and I can tell you
I know
They should
people
be
Okay,
in the
did
military, man.
this guy Plattner find out that that was a Nazi symbol because somebody said it publicly on social media, or did he come out and say, "Shit, guess what? I found out at a barbecue swimming pool party yesterday. Yikes! I got one right here." How did it go
Right.
down? This really informs the
claims
story.
that he found out through
Yeah.
the Oppo research. Like he found out before it went public, like a couple.
So they
weeks
said,
ago.
"We're going to spill this about you." What do you, haha?
Something like that. Yeah.
I
Like,
think he
within the
should have
last
been
few weeks,
prepared
yeah.
for this, and I think there was an opportunity for him to have just said, "I don't think it's a big deal," and blew it off.
If
I
he,
think
I
that's
would have
what
been
happened.
honestly,
It feels
if he would have
panicky to
done
me.
that, I would respect him more. But instead to come out here and do this whole fucking, I watched the interview he did with that one fucking liberal freak. I don't know his name, and he's talking about like the skull and crossbones. It's just normal military stuff. Dude, like that to me says way more about anything else. Like he's inculcated in a cult of fucking murder and doesn't fucking know that it's evil
I
yet.
don't know.
Like why
So
would you
I'm
say
less-
it's normal military stuff, dude? Yeah, we all get fucking poison Nazi tattoos on our fucking body about the with the shit that they put on the canisters.
I
at
don't.
the gas
Hey,
chambers
hey,
at
look.
Auschwitz. It's what we
I'm
all
just
did,
gonna
man. It's
say,
part of the culture.
once you're in the military, there's a lot. And this isn't an insult or a criticism of anyone who's been in the military, but I do think that like the purposes of boot camp and training and all the discipline and the drill sergeants, I really do think that there is a degree of brainwashing in there.
Absolutely. yeah.
If you're just going with the flow at some point, I'm not sure that we can hold
Right.
people that accountable. It's a little bit more. It's a step further than just buying a T-shirt that said something you didn't realize it said. It's a tattoo. But like running out and going over it today, I feel that just feels panicky to me. And ultimately, where I stand on this is, I think people are just going to make up their mind one way or another. It takes all the focus off of fucking Susan Collins, though. And it drives me insane that
Yeah.
people haven't been talking shit about Susan Collins
Yeah.
full fucking
The
time
primary,
There
they're
for
in
you
the primary.
go.
decades.
We're in the primary. You think that this guy should go up against Susan Collins? Let's be honest and be
No, they
practical. Let's be
should-
pragmatic. He's gonna fucking lose and crater once
Why
Republicans won
aren't
the
the
Democrats, or Nazis
Democrats-
thing for fuck. And this guy actually has a fucking Nazi tattoo.
Now look,
Like you know,
here's my point.
Okay,
It's
listen.
easy to go up against somebody like Susan Collins, who relentlessly signals that she's against the bill and then totally votes for it or whatever. This is what she does. The media thrives off it because they love to have a Republican that looks like, they can say Republican pushback. No, it's just Susan Collins. Let's all wake up and see what's really going on here. She's going to vote for it. That seems like an easy thing for the Democrats to organize against. That seems like an easy thing for them to have put up a candidate by now for that. Even if it isn't like, somebody who we progressives and leftists are like, oh, finally, a regular person.
they have
Let's
that
go.
candidate.
This will be
Can we
great.
first.
look
Her
at
name is Janet Mills,
Latinos?
former governor.
Can
Or
we
current
look at
governor, whichever.
Latinos comment? I'm putting it
I
up.
do Oh, never mind.
I'm putting
Yeah,
it
Or
up.
senator.
We
Whatever,
should
one of
look
those. I don't live
into
in Maine,
his
man.
current, we don't live in Maine, but we should look into his current geopolitical views. Notable
Yeah.
historian Howard Zinn became an anarchist after serving in the military.
This
So
guy
there's a
today
lot
on
of
an
things.
interview did not denounce working at Blackwater. Like on an interview,
didn't?
he said that he worked at Blackwater, but he said Israel's
that is
committing
a
a
problem.
genocide, so that means everything else he
That
does
is a
is
problem.
fine.
All right.
But
He
he's
worked at
making the
fucking
case.
Blackwater and
He's making the
defended it.
case that this country drops veterans as soon as they come back. They don't give a
Which is
shit
true.
about them. They
That's
don't
true.
take care of them. They come back here and they go, anyway, it's not war anymore. Please don't hurt anybody. Get to work. What the fuck are you supposed to do? Meanwhile, here comes Prince and all these like contract companies that are saying like, dude, the cash is banging. And also no drill sergeant bitching at you all the time, or like no, military hierarchy. We're pretty much just, chilling unless
And
we're
you've
gung ho.
killed 18 kids already, so
It's
not like
fucked
that's a
up.
big deal
Okay,
for you.
I
This-
agree it's fucked up, but
this
this is
will
what I'm
be
saying.
one to watch.
It's a
And it-
real
and-
set of circumstances.
No,
worth
it's definitely it's a fun
analyzing.
conversation.
And
I agree. It's
Andrea,
not easy. It's not
Andrea,
an easy call.
you
I
are
think.
definitely the pacifist here in that, and we all have respect for that because I'm a pacifist too. And we just have to take a breath and we have to say, okay, we don't live in Maine, but we're going to watch this very closely. And we are going to comment on it because it does bring up a lot of emotions and it does bring up things that we may understand. We don't understand. We don't understand everything. We don't understand what it's like to walk a mile in any veteran's shoes because none of us are. None of us have ever had the desire to join.
It's like the fucking struggle with a real fucking job. How fucking easy is it to join the military, put a gun in your hands, and fucking kill a bunch of brown kids over?
It's not.
Everybody doesn't. Everybody doesn't kill.
Groceries for your.
It should be more difficult, but it's not that easy.
No.
And look, this is the psychological effects of being in the military are fucking real. Like it is.
No kidding. I have a friend who's got post-traumatic stress disorder from Iraq. They
need to be taken care of.
And they're not. But anyway, can we talk about something? Can we segue?
If you want. I mean, I'm down to talk about whatever.
All right,
yeah.
I'm going to segue
cold
to this.
as ice.
I'm segueing to this. I'm collapsing. I'm a collapsing economy. She's a dying environment. And he is a deeply divided nation. Boo! Okay.
It's fucking funny. That's
good. I can't see the artist big enough, but I thought it was
not
a good
AI.
one. It's not
Good
AI, and I thought it was a good one to spur some conversation here because we're going to move on, and I respect all of you. Okay, I do, and Andrea, I love you.
Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm not trying to be offensive.
You're not. But I would like the thing about here is that collapsing economy. Now, economy is directly related to a dying environment. I mean, it's just, it is. And then a deeply divided nation. Those are three hotbed issues completely.
Yeah, but that was a Nazi tattoo. That was some bullshit. That really was.
No, that's hot. That's hot. Yeah. But I mean, we can cover, talk about this.
I would be so embarrassed if
economy
I had a tattoo. If somebody was like, dude, Matt.
Thank you.
Jim. Fuck, man. I'd be like, oh,
thank you.
Okay. Look at that thumbnail. Hold on, I'll bring it up. I love this. Look at what Jet made. Jet made this and put it on our Discord. I think people have been sharing it, but check this out. This is so good. I love this.
Oh, I like that too.
And those inflatable costumes are selling out everywhere.
Yeah, right.
Vanguard interviewed a lady at a rally on Saturday, and she's at the No Kings protest, and she said, I wanted a frog costume, but they were sold out.
Can I point out that I've been saying the way you dress affects how the protest is
soft
received?
Power, cute power,
absolutely.
Soft power. Yeah.
So in addition to those costumes, I say again, if you're going to the protest and you don't have an adorable costume, do wear church clothes or the equivalent.
Although I have seen priests get throttled. But
absolutely,
look at
that
this.
That is how you be a more effective protester. You don't.
Well, I was effective.
Mask is under the sunglasses, by the way.
I had. Well, it was outside.
You were effective at looking like an anarchist that wants to burn.
I was effective at being Melania and talking about. I had my loudspeaker with the wig on, but no, I don't want to be identified. You should.
So you don't want to be identified, so that you.
Nobody
so after
knew
the
who
protest is over, you post your uniform online with your name attached.
Nobody that lives here where I live is watching this. Trust me.
I would just recommend buying a new set of clothes next time you want to go outside. Because
I can just imagine.
Can I show you this? The guy that made this is a biker tattoo artist, and this you could get as a tattoo. Actually, it's called Flash. And he made it into t-shirts. Flash is what you go into a tattoo shop, you see all the art, you sit and you pick out what you want. But he's definitely and that's a pretty cool thing that the biker class, I mean, I'm wearing my hat,
8647 means basically remove the president.
Remove. Right? That's all. It just means
But
86.
Do you see how you have to explain that?
I know it's disgusting. 86.
No. You have to explain that. And so the person that is getting explained to has to have the patience to first say, well, what does that mean? Instead of assuming the worst. So instead what's going to happen is that picture is going to be shared around conservative circles to say, look what they're saying they want to do. Look at the double middle fingers.
I never, ever thought 86. Never ever thought
You never
86.
thought.
No,
Other
nobody
people
I
did.
know ever did until recently, until Fox News
It's
perverted.
it's
86 was get out of here.
I would not
86 him
say
from the bar. Get him out of the bar. 86
yeah,
him
or
from the bar.
86 shrimp. We're all out. 86 bologna sandwiches, or that's when the kitchen
Nobody
yells out.
thought that,
But
Jake,
here's-
until recently.
You're having to justify now, and
Yeah, it's
there's
disgusting
simply going to be
because of
no
these
opportunity. for
morons.
people to
Yeah,
land it.
and I mean, it isn't as if Sandee has put up questionable images on screen
No,
here
it's
before.
a goddamn
That's
tattoo.
never happened.
It's a tattoo artist who is a biker who I was
I
really,
got that.
really
Yeah, I got
happy
it, I got it.
that he did that.
I'm glad you went to the protest. I was.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what? First of all, when you said no one in your area watches the show, I had the immediate vision of you being like, "Do you watch the show?" And they were like, "Huh? Oh,
No, I just know right here.
Have you heard
yeah,
of
no, yeah, I
Western?
think I did. I think I had it muted. I fell asleep.
Okay, maybe my friend. No,
I
no,
started
no,
to, and my house burned down.
nobody does. But here, okay, there was an article in the little local pissant journal, the little newspaper, right, about the No Kings. The comments were vicious, awful.
Ooh,
People
yeah.
are horrible here. They are repeating everything they see either on Twitter or on Fox or on OAN, and it was terrible. That's why I am not going to walk around being identified at anything here, mainly because I do.
Wait a minute.
YouTube.
You understand
just
that I'm
saying,
not
I would just
saying that you
suggest
should.
not
Nah, hold
posting
on.
your uniform
You
online,
you
don't
understand that I was not saying that you should identify yourself, right?
I
You do
wanted to have
understand.
fun. I had fun.
But wait. You
Yeah.
do understand that that's not what I was saying,
No,
correct?
of course I understand that, Jake. Oh my
Fair enough.
gosh. Yeah. But I had fun, and I was, I had the Melania wig on, and I was like, and then this one woman, she takes a picture of me, and I know who she is. She did not recognize me. I was talking in the accent, and I said, I'm Melania. She got something, and she put it on with a picture, and she said, this is Melania. She and her husband are from Italy, and they live here. They escaped because they didn't like the fascist government. I don't know where she got all this from. They didn't like the fascist government of Italy, so they're
What?
here. Yeah, she thought she didn't know who I was. Nobody did. Not one person. Nobody did, because I had a wig on and I had a mask on. I looked.
Well,
But-
let's also put out there for a
I had
moment that,
fun.
like, even if you weren't wearing a wig and a mask, there are people that might not know who you are. Like, can we agree with that? Like, there are
I
like
live
not
in
everyone
a
knows
tiny
you.
shit little town. Everybody
Right,
knows.
but is it not possible that some people might just not
Sure.
know? Like, are you a
There-
local celebrity? Like, does
No.
everyone know you? Okay.
But I did
Make
work.
sure.
I volunteered in organizations here. I've done things here. So, I mean, and this crowd, not a lot of people, maybe 250 is what the number was. But then, of course, all the people in the newspaper were saying, the little news rag were saying, "Oh, bullshit! There was not 250." And then it was on a bridge, so that was even worse. A covered bridge. It's like they put us in jail. It was just funny. It was funny. The Buffalo.
I'm glad
one
you had
was
a good
big.
time.
I did. And I had fun with my megaphone. Nobody was doing anything. So I'm like, this is what democracy looks like, doing the normal
Oh, you took the
stuff.
reins. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. And
Fuck
I
yeah.
did the same thing the first one, because around here, people are just kind of boring. They're all standing there. I'm like, come on. Finally more people came, and other people with megaphones and other people. But it wasn't. Ooh, what's Jake doing?
He's
Ooh.
getting his
Looking
clothes
good
back.
Nice.
there, Jake. And by the way, I
Thanks.
love the color combination. You look stunning.
Looking good there, Jake.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thanks.
I'm just you're
so do you.
stunning.
Sandy, real quick, maybe you.
Yes, baby.
How do you think about some advice that I gave to a colleague earlier today? Someone we know as LT9K had a video taken down from YouTube, and he was very upset about it. And we were DMing, and I was like, you know what? On the one hand, get their ass. On the other hand, they haven't taken your whole channel down, so
it wasn't
choose
even
your.
a strike.
So I said, choose your battles. What do you think?
I think it wasn't a strike.
Like, maybe let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, I think
Forget it.
so.
Listen.
It's upsetting,
Yeah, it's upsetting.
but
What was the reasoning for the removal?
I was like-
Harassment, bullying.
no
or
for
harass-
LT9K.
That's not what it said. I don't
Oh, I don't
remember.
know.
It was some bullshit.
Oh, maybe it did.
AI,
Yeah,
some
maybe it did say that.
AI decision.
It was wrong.
And
It was wrong, and it was a parody video, and it's like really old. It's from like a long time ago. I'm not
I
sure
would
it's
say
as
on general principle.
oh, he said it was promoting
objects
violence.
to the thing, but
Okay.
understand that it doesn't.
Yeah,
just
I would
object
definitely
to
let it
it
go,
file all the
right?
It's
appeals.
just
for the
not
sake of
worth it.
slowing
I
down
would
the
send
gear.
a message. It's not
Yeah,
like YouTube
let it
is
go.
gonna fucking get really.
No,
I would
I-
send a
It's
message
speed
to
bump,
YouTube.
buddy.
I would appeal, but like, would I go to the war
He
over
appealed.
it? Probably not. I wouldn't like try to do like a retweet campaign. Probably not. You don't want to blow your load on that.
So
But
they
go through
deny
all
the appeal.
processes, go for
move
it.
on.
You know, whatever.
Yeah, it sucks.
It
We
was
got your
not
back
even,
though.
but it wasn't even a strike. That's what I think. Now I got turned down for monetizing yesterday's, and so I changed the thumbnail. And I've realized now, don't have crosses in your thumbnail. Don't have anything, even if it's
No
describing
guns.
nothing.
No
Well, I
crosses.
wouldn't do that, but
Well,
you
done it
know,
before.
and my thumbnails.
No,
Why no
I'm just
crosses?
having
Oh,
fun.
Like,
well, no, nothing. Just make it bland and boring, and not boring, but so what I did was I redid the thumbnail, and I can pull it up, but I redid the thumbnail, and they reviewed it and monetized it. Not that I'm making any money. I'm not. I mean, it's really insane. I don't know what happened to my channel. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Maybe I'm lazy.
I'm gonna
because I
go
don't
out
have
on
a
a
lot of
limb and say
interviews.
if anyone ever out there runs a YouTube channel and you haven't changed anything,
You have
and
to.
your audience of people that communicates with you is not saying you're stale, it's probably not you, and it's probably the website not showing your shit to people.
Well, that's what I think. After losing the channel and coming back, it's throttled, you know. And I do a lot of advertising. I mean, for yesterday's it was a half an hour show. That's all it was, because it was a video that I remade about how not to fall, be in a cult. And I redid it, and it was okay, but I think that I am totally being buried, and I advertise. I mean, I send out buy me a coffee. I have an email list of 226 people. I do all that, but I've not been working on getting interviews or anything really big like that, because I'm so busy here, although that's winding down.
I did not make it out to a protest. I couldn't get it done. So I do think it was impressive numbers. I think that for me, it's things are different this time around for sure. I think that makes sense, right? This makes sense. But what I keep thinking of is, okay,
I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back.
We have to begin, and this is true of like a general strike as well. It's like, on the off chance that somebody's like, okay, you have our attention. What do we want? What are we asking for? And I know that there's a long list of things, and you can almost just say like all of our causes, no need to prioritize. We can all just go out to one protest and literally rally against them all or any of them. But like, we need the actual, no, this is what the fuck we're doing this for, not just, oh, I'm very upset. You know what I mean? Like, what are our demands?
Yeah. I think the general strike should commence in whatever form we're able to make it start ASAP. And I think it should continue and hopefully grow until all troops are removed from every U.S. city, until the National Guard is recalled throughout the United States and the president issues an apology acknowledging that he was wrong. That's what I think should happen. I
like that.
I gotta work with the general strike people, because I do want to make that happen.
I have something else that somebody posted, and I put it on Blue Sky and put thoughts, because
no interest in the general strike thing.
Yeah, but this is sort of that's why I want to ask you guys what you think of this, because you're talking about general strike. They're talking about, we're not asking, we're shutting it down. Mass blackout, November 25th to December 2nd. The largest economic blackout protest in U.S. history begins November 25th. I don't know who's doing this.
That's the fucking, that's the exact time period people would be shopping for my birthday gift. But go ahead. No, I don't care. Go
But
ahead.
I don't know who's doing
I
it.
buy your gift on the 9th.
I saw it, and actually on Blue Sky, I got a lot of variable answers. People were, but one of the main things people were saying says no restaurants twice, but doesn't that hurt small businesses to
Fuck
do
small
this?
business. Fuck 'em.
But it said to prevent spot. I don't know who's doing this though. There's nothing. So I have to ask the person that put it on that sent it to me. What is it? That's why I put on Blue Sky thoughts. I got a lot of good feedback. I'm not involved in it, but I don't know. Coordinated national pushback. But who's the organization? What is it?
This is just, first of all, like, this is a solid idea. Interesting graphic. I think it's well put together, except for the no restaurants thing twice. But hey, you needed to have 6 there for synergy on both sides. Should have come up with another one. I think it looks okay. It looks decent. No organization means sorry, I don't give a fuck. If you're not going to put your name on it, it doesn't really matter. There's no accountability. Who
Not
cares?
these days. Right?
Announcing a protest, to me, I this goes for No Kings as well. I think it's a little weird to announce a protest, and then also to have an end date on a protest is also a little strange. To put an end date, like, yeah, we're only going to be protesting for a week. How about you just stop doing that? Like, no restaurants. So I mean, we're in a pandemic, so why'd you go to a restaurant?
Would people need to
buying some
stock
plastic
up?
garbage? That shit's way too expensive. You need to save your money for groceries. You got to eat. No events. Like, name one celebrity worth supporting? Give me a break. Also, we're in a pandemic. No projects. What the fuck does that mean? Of course,
These aren't serious critiques,
I
are
can
they?
put a puzzle together. I can build a
Andrea.
fucking
Okay.
Lego set.
But
I can do a project.
real quick.
You mean no projects?
Wouldn't you have to stock up on a lot of stuff like
Yeah,
beforehand?
that's what
and
they're
would that kind
saying.
of
That's right.
cancel this out?
I do.
Would it
that
be like-
anyway.
Planning.
No, they addressed that in the flyer.
Yeah. So my thing is with the flyer that a lot of people will take it upon themselves to create graphics when there's something going on. This is true for like the movement around saving the post office, right? Like a lot of people make graphics and it just ends up out there and they're like, feel free to share it. And like, maybe it's like a campaign video when it's like, so-and-so, I'm so-and-so, and I approve this. That if you don't have any approval, I don't know, maybe you just you feel like it's good etiquette to put it out there without attributing it to any organization. I don't know. But like, maybe that's that. But so the reason I asked that question though, is because that part was like in the fine print, right? That was like where I think most people would check out to prevent
Yeah,
spike
that's what you
spending.
would read if you found the first part of it, the big words, to be
And
intriguing.
community
and
owned.
it maintains your attention. So
Yeah.
then you might read a little bit more. I don't see how you could have any complaint with that. And
I
the answer to your question is to prevent the spike spending, as they call it, you buy from locally owned stores.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
I do.
total
Exactly.
sense.
Yeah.
But I
And also
live
just
my
I get
life
it.
spend
like
less
that.
money. It
You
doesn't really
can
matter if
design-
spike spending versus like gradual doing it for 2 weeks. But that doesn't mean anything. You're giving them the money
It
either
does.
way. You need
You
to
can
reduce
design it
the
without it
amount
being
of bullshit
secondary
you
is
buy.
my
Stop
point.
buying garbage. That's the main thing.
Here's what I see about this that is really smart and speaks to the strategy they're using. This will be a demonstration of the economic power of the people who are willing to withhold their dollars and capable of withholding their dollars during a specific time. The reason you would give a start and end date is so that you can very clearly demonstrate to the people that need to hear this or see this what your power is. Now, the reality is we don't know if this will have any effect at all, if it'll even get noticed. And probably it won't. Probably it'll be like throwing a pebble at a battleship. But we got to start somewhere, and we got to develop those muscles. I think this is a great thing to try to get people to participate in.
But this is kind of what I was getting at, was like I just feel like there could be a little bit more follow through.
In what way?
Because
Teaching
there's
people how to cook for themselves, reduce the amount of money they
sustainability. There's a
spend.
greater issue here that could easily be addressed in the same way. And it's like, you can you want to avoid spike spending or whatever. You want to, put a dent in the system. What if suddenly everybody all year long was, I don't know, choose a percentage that would be significant, that much more sustainable, or living in a way that, like, I heard Killer
Yes.
Mike was at city council or something, and he was like, who here knows how to hunt? Who here knows how to skin their kill? Who here knows how to fish? Well, then none of you are ready for a revolution. I was like, damn, we got to go back to like hunting wildlife. If a revolution, what are you talking about? What if we just do a general
There's
strike?
not enough wildlife left.
So here's my point. maybe a better, more constructive way of him saying that is, let's be more sustainable. Oh, by the way, there's this mass blackout movement coming up. And if you were more sustainable, this is how we could do mass blackouts monthly or all the time.
Right.
And then we would fuck the system, right? So, okay,
Maybe
great
I'm
start.
living that
I
way.
think this is fine. I'm not criticizing it.
Right.
Who cares if I'm just me. Who cares if I do or not? But what I'm saying is I always kind of walk away with, like I was saying with the protests, it's like, what are our demands? Where is the addressing the greater issue? Why is Susan Collins getting off the hook, whether it's a primary or not? I'm always like, the shiny object, as you say, Jake, I think can come in many forms. And I'm always looking for somebody who's like, no, and also will be sustainable. But this flyer you could showcase to prevent spike spending. You could make that more part of the overall message.
Yeah, I support the idea,
Not that
but
they
I
have
think
to, but you
we
could.
need to. The main thing we need to do is educate people. We need to educate people on how to survive in this economic disaster because their parents aren't doing
I'm
it.
trying
Their
to.
parents grew up in fucking La La Land in the 80s and 90s when shit was simple and easy. And you could get an apartment for $300 and you could buy a fucking house at 29.
It was never simple and easy. See, that's where I have to tell people. It was never simple and easy. It was never simple and easy for me, and it was never simple and easy for a lot of people. We worked hard.
Relatively speaking,
lost a house. My ex-husband, my first one, was a truck driver. It was never an easy life, and there's a lot of people. Everybody thinks, 80s, 90s, so easy. No,
it's
never
a lot
fucking
easier than
easy.
nowadays.
Never easy in this country. I paid 11% interest for my first house that we scraped together, that was up on the mountain on a dirt road. I mean, it was never easy. I don't know where people think that it was so easy,
Well,
I
it's
had
a lot easier back then than it was now.
life.
That's my point. I'm not trying to say or discredit any of the struggles that you had. I'm just saying, like, buying a house was something that was possible when you were my age. A lot of people my age, buying a house is something they'll never even think of. They don't even start thinking about it because it's never going to happen.
Ridiculous bidding.
It's like,
wars.
can I go to outer space? Can I go to Jupiter? When you're 5, you start thinking, oh man, what am I going to do when I get to Jupiter? And then when you're 7, you realize it's never going to happen, right? So that's what I'm trying to say, right?
That's true, because my daughter's looking. She wanted to buy. She wishes she never sold her house, and she was young. She bought a house when she was 25, I think, the first house. But I was working then, could help her. But that was the thing. We could, but. Now she says it's insane. Dumpy houses that 4 years ago were 85,000 in shitty areas in Buffalo are now 200 something thousand because they're flip houses, and the bidding wars are insane.
Yeah.
I got lucky where I live here.
Real quick,
the caste system is locking the door that it's like the subway train, like you want to get on the train before the door closes, right? Whatever train number car you're on, like that caste system is locking. Mobility is going to cease to exist. If you are in a lower class, your family will be there forever if these people get their way. Like I was saying, if you're my age or whatever, buying a house, that's just not possible. If you're 15 years old, you don't even think about it. When you're 6 years old, you think that you don't really think about it after 6, right? You're thinking about bumblebees or whatever. I don't know. But my point being is the ability to actually save money is something that we need to teach people how to do, because there's no teachers don't teach that in school. They don't teach you how to save money in school because they want you to spend money on garbage. They want you to be addicted to nonsense shite. That's why they give you soda in schools and juice boxes, which is basically soda without carbonation and all this other garbage. They want you addicted, dumb. They want you with just enough money to waste it all on their shitty fucking toys, and not enough to buy a house or anything that could actually help your life out.
I'm down with that week blackout, though. I would do that.
You like it?
The week.
I'm not going to do it.
Why not?
I'm going to find out. I do it all the time. I don't leave my house for days.
And I'll put it this way.
I have prepped. I mean, I'm a prepper.
I'll put it this way. If anybody wants to hear any of our, my family's tips on sustainability, I'd be glad to share those with you.
Love it. Make a
massive.
Let's do it closer to the date.
This appears to be
massive cleaning up here because it's cold now. I didn't pick the cabbage yet because it's not freezing and it's raining finally. We're getting water finally. We've been in a drought. So yeah. But Matt, I would love that.
Second attempt at this. That they're doing.
Oh. So you're looking it up, you're getting information on this?
All right, Jake, fill us in here.
Yeah.
This appears to be the second attempt at this that they're doing.
See, I think everybody should hold back on federal taxes, but that's, I have a
They'll
3-minute
fucking come right
No.
after you, though, right? I mean,
Well, God,
Here's the
not with
thing.
the IRS with nobody working there.
Yeah, if you get enough people at once to do it, that changes the math. But I do think that's the sort of protest we should be arranging. Like, if you can afford to run from the IRS, then I think, yeah, you
Well,
should. We should
I
throw
wrote-
any wrench we can into the
I
gears
know how
of
to
this
do
government.
it. I was a payroll person. I
okay,
know how to
but
do
you
it.
also can't really talk
legally.
about that on YouTube.
No,
I don't
but
think.
this is not.
I
think
just
we
want to say
mentioned
What
on
I'm
this
before.
saying is
note, I love
illegal.
Trump,
No,
I
It's
love
just changing
Israel,
your
and I
withholding.
love
We all pay
Afghanistan and
taxes, of
Blackwater.
course.
Of
We're
course.
joking. Paying your
I love
taxes
Graham
is
Blackman.
fucking
Not-
awesome. We
it's-
love it.
It's
I love
not
paying
about
taxes. I love
not
the
paying your
military.
taxes. That's the thing.
love
It's
Just
Israel.
wish it went toward
changing your
universal
withholding.
health care.
Change your withholdings
Prosperity
till the
ahead
end
for
of the year.
Argentina. God
Wish it
bless.
went to public
Nobody
colleges
understands-
for all.
Nobody
That kind of stuff.
understands me.
May Charlie Kirk rest in peace. He was a beautiful soul.
I made a 3-minute video on my channel. Don't cry for me, Argentina. And I added this guy. It's good. You want to watch it? I mean, I played it
No,
on my
but,
channel.
I mean,
It's fine.
yes, but not right
I
now.
played it
I
on
would
mine.
love to watch
I'm
it.
sure
Sandy.
it's
I was
fine.
watching
You
all
played
of
it
those
on yours,
videos you
which
sent me.
makes
I watched
sense
all
because
of
It
them.
that's
was
your channel.
fine. It was fine. And
Okay.
it was the one guy was talking about, I mean, he's very angry. People are very angry, but I put it together with Millet, how Elon Musk is talking about how let him do what he wants with his country. They're going to be prosperous. And then I juxtapositioned all this stuff. But another thing I noticed is
I can't wait.
when we make I made 3 videos this week, regular videos, but they it's going to be hard to compete with AI. I can see it with the way my video stuff is. I hope that that's not going to wreck it for all of us little video editors.
I don't understand what you mean. It's going to be hard.
Fuck
Why are you
AI
competing
bullshit.
with
There's
AI?
going to be a contingent of people that just say no. And honestly,
I'm
your
trying.
videos are really well done. And honestly, I would watch 9 million of those videos before I watch a single AI bullfuck. So
You watch
Yeah,
Bunker
I
Babies.
feel like
I watched
somebody-
that show, the one that you sent me. That shit was awesome. Man.
Bunker
I-
Babies.
I feel like somebody going for
Thank you, Steve.
AI videos, like as a viewer, isn't going to be. You know what I mean?
But
Like
those
they're
are just zombies. They're
deliberately
not even
looking
humans.
for
They're
that.
Mr.
zombies.
Newberger's
Soulless
AI
zombies.
videos. Mr. Newberger. But David Feldman uses AI, but he says he does. He does AI
Yeah.
graphics. I don't know.
He's
All
a little
kinds of people
different,
like
yeah.
that shit.
Wears it
Now,
on his
I
sleeve.
know with Canva and Storyblocks, the subscription services, you have to like all of the clips that I might get from Storyblocks have been there a long time. They're old. They were actually stuff that's uploaded by artists and filmmakers that they get paid for. You have to specifically click and go to another part of these platforms to get AI. I don't do that.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when it comes to AI art, that's just bullshit. It's theft and it's not good and it's just I hate slop. I just haven't seen
did
anything
add-
about it that I liked.
know.
But like the Chat GPT stuff and the data centers going up, very
I know, I
harmful
did
to
that whole-
environments
I
and
did the whole
areas.
show
and
on that
residential.
on this space.
I know,
did-
yeah. I mean, I have too. We all have. But I'm just saying in relation to AI, I think a lot of people use it and then right away, there's always some sort of like, I don't know if they're making an excuse or they just, this is their only reasoning is that, well, it's going to change the world, but it really does need to be regulated. And we need to stop throwing all of our money at it, right? Like, it's like, okay, but it needs to be regulated, but until it is, oh, well, I'll keep using it. And that's what I don't, that's why I think it might be more of an excuse, but
I
whatever.
used it in yesterday's. I did actually, but I didn't actually make
Don't
it.
do it. You don't have to do that.
I put it in because the visual made sense for yesterday's half hour. When I re-edited it was from 2023.
Is that
But-
I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But is that like saying I used a copyrighted song because it made my
Right.
movie seem better? But I got to pay for the well, now my movie doesn't work. Okay, well, maybe it was always.
I
the
don't
song
believe
and
in the
not
concept
your,
of copyright, but I hate
Yes,
AI.
I know,
and
but
AI
I'm
companies
saying,
more than
like,
that, so.
if stealing somebody's art in some twisted way makes your art better,
I don't know if
is that
what this person
worth it?
did. This clip
I
was
think so, yeah.
Well, but AI only uses existing art, is what I
Right.
mean.
That's not
So,
the
like,
problem with
it's
AI, in my opinion.
totally not. I'm just saying, and as far as using AI art to enhance your art,
right. Because most
I have
of
a
the
moral
stuff
problem
is
with it.
from Storyblocks, and it's
Yeah, I don't believe in
actual
it. Yeah.
either Blender It's using Blender, Blender, the graphic arts,
Mhm.
People using Blender and selling. These are artists selling their stuff to Storyblocks. They make money that way. And these clips of clowns, I used yesterday, or no, which video was it? There was one with a lot of clowns in it. Oh, maybe it was Argentine. No, was it? I don't remember. But I have clown images, but they were all real people dressed up as clowns that were videoed and with videos, real video, dressed up makeup clowns.
It's
All right.
11:08 p.m. on the East Coast. You're watching Left Past 10, where we draw a couple conclusions. Not really, but it is totally unscripted, free form. It's like you and your pals just sitting around a bar or your living room or a cafe, just shooting the breeze. That's what we're doing here. Thanks for hanging out. You're watching This Space.
Yes.
If you're concerned
Maybe it
about
was Jake's back from
Jake's arm constantly disappearing, don't be concerned.
We know
Jake
what's
is a
going
time
on.
traveler.
Doesn't
I'm
matter if
concerned
you
about
do.
his skin. I hope he's okay.
Now, I didn't hear Sandee say this, but apparently she was right, and you can change your withholdings till the end of the year. My wife
Yeah,
has
well,
been
that's what I'm
HR
trying to
woman.
tell you.
So none of us are CPAs here, certified personal accountants. None of
I
us
wrote
work
a
for
whole
H&R Block.
plan many years ago. You can just withhold it and pay it at the end of the year.
I do appreciate the
Yeah.
$5 super chat, though. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I,
I mean,
1 second? Let me,
yeah.
I want to get with you, Sandee, because this is a genius idea. If you let the government pull your taxes out ahead of time, what happens is they get to collect interest on that, as opposed to you get to collect interest on that. Now, it's not that big of a deal on the individual level, because the interest you're going to collect is like $1, maybe a couple of dollars. But if you multiply that across the entire population of the United States that does this, that's millions and millions of dollars that the U.S. government has that it wouldn't otherwise have. Now, in this time that we're living in, when the U.S. government has millions of dollars, they use it to attack brown folks. So what Sandee is giving you to do is homework that is tedious and requires you to track your own taxes so you can be ready to pay for them at the end of the year.
And put your money
necessary.
in a credit union.
Yeah,
Save
and
it in a
honestly,
let's not give them a curveball at the end.
Buy
Sandee,
gold,
you could
buy
explain in
platinum.
detail.
I
but
have it.
okay. So look, there are people you can talk to at work probably who could give you advice on how to do this. And
It's nothing.
my
You
wife
change
and I
your
use the
withholding.
exact same H&R Block rep for years. We were like, nope, we'll wait for their availability. We want to stick with this one person. And we were always like, okay, you have a working knowledge of our finances. We can basically just say, like, what else could we be doing? And you could say, I'll tell you exactly. There's no investigation.
Just
So
do
anyway,
married 10 on your federal, not state.
but
You
there's a lot of
you
value
must
in
pay your state taxes. Never screw around with the state, because
if your
that
research
is- yeah.
seems tedious, ask for advice from a qualified
And this is the shit
professional.
we
They're
have to be
fucking
doing
everywhere.
as organizers.
qualified.
Is putting
I
all
have-
this shit. Like Sandee,
I'm
make a course
qualified.
that's updated for the 2025 tax code, and then
Right.
we can
Where's
fucking
the
put that
video?
out there. And
Yeah,
if it's
I haven't
legal, if it's
looked
totally
at it.
legal, then it's not.
I'm not
it's-
100% sure, but no, wait, it's legal. But if you let's say you do
99%.
No. This
Yeah.
is not illegal. If you do married 10, you withhold, right? You're not. You are not withholding much for your federal. There could be an IRS letter your job gets that says, okay, ABC are not withholding enough. I don't know, because it didn't used to happen. I don't know if it does now. But, you can do whatever you want with your withholdings, as long as at the end of the year you have enough to pay it. If you pay it at the end of the year, and you're not doing anything illegal, you're just not giving the government all your money to spend all year. That's all.
That's basically it. And if you put your money in something that accrues interest or wealth, like if you purchase something and plan to sell it in 11 and a half months, that's the money that you get that you wouldn't have otherwise had. So, like if you want to invest in a stock or whatever the fuck, or, buy gold bars, because gold is going up, and it's probably not going to stop anytime soon. That would be something you could do. Then you could sell that same gold bar at the end of the year, pay your taxes, and you might have like a couple $100 left over. Buy a pizza, maybe buy 2 pizzas. Hell, get 3. I don't fucking know. And then put the rest of that money into something else.
I mean, the government in your job, they're not going to. force you to claim what is you're signing your tax form, your W-2. You're saying, okay, married 10. That's it. I mean, it's not, and then right, you're not doing anything illegal if you have the money, it gets paid. But I'll look at that. I will look at that for 2025.
Why are we talking
But I
about
mean,
taxes now?
One of the things to understand about taxes is if you can make more money to outpace the fines that you're paying on not paying your taxes.
right, it's not
That's
even
how
a
a
People
lot.
lot
do
of
that.
good people operate.
It's not a lot. The fines are really small when
So
you're
if you want to
small,
go into the red and start
Major
accruing some
corporations do
fines,
that.
as long as you're making more money on that
Mhm.
gold bar or whatever the fuck.
They go outside of regulations and they're like, we can afford to pay the fine. But this is
I
the
don't even
thing.
know if
Like,
there is a fine for under withholding. I don't know anymore. I have to look at the
what people need to be aware of is because this is like a thing where people are like, do you have any advice for being like, a podcaster or live streamer or something like that? And I go, I mean, yeah, there's a lot
It's
to it. There's a
everything.
lot of like learning curve and stuff, but like I always go straight to, well, is your goal to be self-employed? Is your goal to do this full time? Because you're going to have to start to take into consideration once you're at that level where your monetization's paying your bills and shit. You're going to have to start to take into account that you're like a contract worker. Your tax situation is a lot different. You don't just do it once a year. There's
right.
things to take into account, like write-offs and whatever. But
Look at
I
you,
always talk
right
about it.
thing.
I always talk about it in the sense that there are things that you have to do in order to
Everybody's different.
no, but like what am I trying to say? Like I'm trying to articulate the point that we need to play along in order to there's too many different ways to look at it, but if you just cold stop paying your taxes or do it wrong, they'll come after you as if you did it in like
Right.
nefariously,
And we're
even
not,
if it was just an
and
accident.
I am in
So,
no
like, it is-
way advising
I know,
anyone to do
I'm off
anything
that. I've moved
illegal.
on. I've
Yeah.
moved on from what you were saying.
Yeah, no
I'm
way.
just saying in terms of taxes and talking about this sort of thing in a year-round capacity, there are certain things that you should know are required so that you aren't penalized for it as if you just
Right.
stop doing it. And so then once you do learn that stuff, you can sort of figure out like, oh, I can regulate how much income I make based on how much taxes I want to fucking pay. So then you start to live in a world where you're making the amount of money that you need versus as much as I can get. I need to make more and more. Hey, if you get rich, go for it. But like in the meantime, people will go broke trying to do that. And so I always say focus on what you need in your life. Focus on having the exact right amount, getting out of debt, and then everything becomes a lot more manageable and you aren't just beholden to the IRS.
I'm still beholden for something, and
But
I
like
have
you
paid.
get away from the whole how can we get out of this to oh no, it's manageable. Do you know what I mean? Do you see that like it's a lot less stressy for me to be in a manageable situation as far as taxes go versus the whole fuck I gotta pay taxes. I don't know what's gonna happen. Now, I know exactly what's gonna fucking happen. I figured it out. But like I think, everyone should be doing that. Especially if you're gonna go, contract work or like do full-time podcasting, which everyone seems to be doing these days.
Man, I gotta tell you, taxes are fucking. I hate that shit.
I do
No.
them.
Given that this is the 2-year anniversary, I'm wondering if we should do a little reflecting on 2 years of Left Past 10. Like, does
Very
everybody
nice.
have a favorite
How much tax
moment?
have we paid based on our monetary
Zero.
gain of?
I
this
don't
year?
monetize Left Past 10. I might because I'm
a
not going to
favorite-
make enough this month to even get my payment from YouTube. That's how bad things are. Unless
A-
I donate to myself to make it go over the threshold of $100.
Yeah, you're just giving all the secrets out. But look, here's the thing. Jake asks
Not
if we
secret.
have any favorite moment or moments.
Yeah.
Let's start with moment
Just a moment over the last 2
that
years
comes to
of this
mind.
show.
Yeah.
My
Doesn't have to be
favorite
favorite,
moment
beloved.
has to be when Sandee played that video, and I think that was last week. And I know that seems like it's recency bias, but it really was my favorite moment, and I
Just
mean that sincerely.
Scott
My
Bethan
second favorite
telling you
moment
you
is
could
when
buy a
Jake went
house.
to the gas station. That was also really good.
Yeah.
My third favorite moment was when Letterhack told us that story about how he almost killed a guy. He like went crazy. He started stabbing the air. Like the guy ran off. It was wild shit. He almost
Now it
died.
happened, so that's weird. That's your favorite.
And that was my
happened.
third favorite moment. And really, it's all the rest is kind of a blur.
Filler.
Between
think
those
things.
the big three
filler.
moments.
No, if I was gonna have a single favorite moment, it would be I don't think we had a guest on, but remember where I was eating the pickle and peanut butter sandwich?
Oh yeah. How could we forget?
So
that?
there was like
Classic.
that was a great moment, but there was like a 30-day period surrounding that was like the show is crystallized in a funny way. Like it was where there was a moment where we were like, weirder the better. And I don't think we ever actually like wrote that down.
Yeah.
It was just we figured out that if it was a fever dream show, when we've only just recently started using that term, which is funny, but if we figured out we can do that if we want to, and we were all just really cool with it.
That is my favorite George R.R. Martin book, by the way. Fever Dream. Look it up.
Okay.
If you have it.
Oh, is that sci-fi?
It's I would think it would call it fantasy. It's set in the 1800s.
Okay.
And it's about steamboats. I like your suggestions thus far. I think the first thing that comes to my mind earnestly, if I'm talking about my favorite thing, was when we interviewed Antonio. And I think I like that
back.
Just because I
Which
realized
time?
it was possible. The first time. Very first time.
Back.
That was our first guest, wasn't it?
Yes.
The Wayback Machine.
And it went really well. And I remember thinking like, oh, this does work. Okay, good.
Yeah.
But
God,
so
I
good
can't
on you,
remember.
Sandy.
Don't
Yeah,
ask-
we were talking
don't
about
ask me
fucking
for
Jesus and
specifics.
shit. That was crazy.
Yeah.
The-
You
Yeah.
guys loved it because he's got
I
the
love
Temple
Jesus. He's one of my
podcast.
favorites. Yeah.
He's
The
he's got
fo-
the Temple
the-
podcast.
The part where we didn't go off air, where we stayed on air.
Yeah, you
All
really
night?
fucked yourself on that.
That
one.
was in the same. That was peanut butter and pickle era. See what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There was like a
Yeah.
time there where it was like,
Mm.
this is cool. We can be weird if we want to. Not that wasn't totally natural, but you know what I mean? It was like normally you would kind of have guardrails up around that. Like, don't get too abstract. No, fuck it. We can be abstract. Do
And
whatever we
everybody
want.
talking at once going into the intro. That was
Yeah,
lovely.
Oh my god, that
It's a
was
good
so
one.
good. Because somebody, maybe it was all of us, were like, we can't do this, and then we nailed it on the first try.
I thought that was an easy task. You know, you just pick some horse shit. You just ignore everything. You know, I don't know. I think I like muted everyone
I
or
still
something. I
had
wasn't
purple
listening.
hair. That's the second one.
That's right. That's right.
Ah!
Purple hair. God damn.
I think Matt had more color in his hair too at that time, if I may or may not be mistaken.
I got
Oh, no.
the whole playlist, the whole Left Past 10 playlist. I don't know if I have any
Nice.
favorite moments I can remember. Sorry.
I think
but my memory's
Jake
shot.
had more hair in general as well.
Yeah, that's true of literally every episode. Is I have less hair than the one before.
A day. Okay, so I think
I have more.
because I was going back through episodes, and I did compilation volume 1
Mm-hmm.
at the end of last year, I think. And I used some of this episode, so I didn't do it this time, but I was thinking about it today. This was a tough episode, but we got through it and we made it fun at times and like funny even somehow. But the day after the election, last November, was a powerful fucking that was
yeah,
time.
that was a fucked up show.
I
to
don't
go
think I
on
could
air
watch
and-
that.
That
You
was
what?
like I was like drunk as hell. I was on like fucking 538,000 fucking milligrams of tetrahydrocannabinol
getting on
and other possible
I
undisclosed
was in
substances.
Brooklyn.
I was fucked up.
Oh, yeah,
but like
you-
going on air was kind of a big deal to do, and you got to do right by the audience to some degree. You just do.
Ah, fuck
Why
it.
else are you on air,
Fuck 'em.
right? And I think we did
I'm
that.
on-
but
I'm
I
on
think
air to
we
make
took care
myself
of
feel good.
ourselves too. I think we did that too. That's the thing. I think that was a great example of what we four hosts and broadcasters are capable of.
Well, thank you.
My
that was
favorites
good.
were the thumbnails. When you did all the thumbnails
Oh,
going through
guess what?
all those beautiful thumbnails.
I stopped doing them because you weren't on the show and it didn't feel right. But
They're
those.
all
How many
there,
more
and
left?
they're
Yeah.
so
Do we have any more
beautiful.
left?
Look, you have an opportunity here, Matt,
I
to
love
reset
them.
with the
The
thumbnails because
the apocalypse.
you went apocalyptic on like the first one, and then there was nowhere to go. It got so intense.
good.
That's true.
You gotta
That's true. We
slow
kind of,
it
but
down.
to be fair, it did kind of all fall apart really quickly.
No, I have 15
That is also
more.
true.
I have 15 more, and there's a whole new world aspect.
Ooh.
It gets cool. I thought it got cool.
I'm down to finish the series. Yeah, let's finish.
Yeah.
Okay, how many
well,
weeks
They're
left in the
so
year?
gorgeous.
I mean, right now I got 4 pages to
Brian.
go. 4 pages to go on my graphic novel, and then I'll be in a space where I can feel
All right.
comfortable doing other art. But like that, I added 12 pages, like a monumental fucking personal
Yeah,
challenge.
when you have
so-
time.
Good for you,
When
man.
you have time.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think I got it over 70 pages. It's a little crazy for me personally, just doing it all myself. But I keep looking at those every now and then, and I'm like, yeah, I got 15 more, and they're gonna be it's gonna be cool. But maybe what I'll do is just finish them and then just put them all together in one like 30-second video, as opposed to like trying to do them once a week. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. One of my favorites too was when you were working. Remember the job, Matt? And you were telling us about going to work.
That was a fucked up
But
arc.
I like listening to you
Yeah,
every
it was
week telling
terrible.
us about your job. I mean,
Matt was
it was
slowly, his
yeah,
soul was
it was
slowly
tough.
collapsing in on
It was
itself to
tough.
form like a black hole of fear and
No,
torment.
okay, Brian, no, not that. A new world, as in post-apocalypse. Like when
Yes.
everything is gone, there will be a new world. You see
Yeah,
what I'm
it's like-
saying? And there'll be a new
Yeah.
threshold.
Some more
But
shit like that, you know.
Yeah, I think about that job a lot. That I couldn't do it.
You think
And
those
it's just-
kids are doing well? You think their
I see them.
lives
Oh
are
yeah,
going
yeah, I
really
see 'em.
great?
It's a small town. It's very.
You see
small
them all
town.
the time. They're improving.
Some of 'em,
Everyone's
yeah.
learning. They're great. Everything's happy.
I don't know,
They're
but
just amazing.
I
Welcome
see
to
'em.
the
I mean,
apocalypse.
they look fine.
Do they go
They're
like, "Hey,
dude, help me."
I remember you"?
These are very. I mean, look, all children need adults. All children need support. They do. Some kids really figured out early on how to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
For
It's
better or for
unfortunate,
worse, they're
but on the
usually
one
in
hand, it
maladaptive
can be a
ways that
silver lining. So
boomerang back in really bad ways in 30,
They
40
got-
years.
they got better survival skills than I do in a lot of cases. That doesn't mean they can't benefit from somebody like me, but anyway, yeah, that was a tough job. I wish it was. I am cursed with.
Beautiful.
I am cursed with being 2 weeks in on any job and being like, oh, I can see all the flaws. Oh, I can see how to fix them. Nobody cares what I think. Nobody wants to hear what I think. I'm going to tell them. I'm going to tell them what I think. I'm going to tell them what's wrong. That's something that I constantly resist, which makes me suitable for being self-employed, honestly.
Yeah.
But like on the other hand, it makes me really sort of not everyone's favorite person to be around on a job. And so that's why I always end up in these management positions where I'm like, okay, well, I can just put in the most hours and do all the sacrificing needed to be done to course correct and get everything on track. And even then, that's not appreciated. People are glad to take advantage of that sort of, quote unquote work ethic. But I feel like that job, there should have been like dozens of people trying to get in there to do that job. And then it would have been ultimately so successful. It just turned out to be a people problem. Like they say, don't just throw bodies at it. Yeah, fucking throw bodies at it. Get as many adults in there, giving those kids as much to do the entire time, nonstop. We were just spread too thin, I think. And that is not unique to this situation. That's
the problem with our society is also when you look at population growth, like the rate of children to adults, like that ratio, and also factor in adults that are capable and also like, safe to be around children, right? Like that ratio is really getting fucked up recently. There's a lot more kids than there were like, 200 years ago per capita or whatever. And then there's really not that many adults that are qualified to take care of them or want to. So just they fall through the cracks and then,
Oh yeah, but keep having them because we're.
Yep, don't forget, have 17 kids, get a picket fence.
The picket fence. We're heading for Gilead.
I have 78 kids. I have 97.
With no jobs.
You just
no jobs because
fuck.
You know Margaret Atwood, who wrote The Handmaid's Tale? She ended up doing a comic book fairly recently in the last 10 years. Yeah. And it's called Angel Cat Bird. It's about these angels that are part cat, part bird. And I was just like, this shit is crazy. Like, it is wild. It is some of the weirdest shit. And I was like,
I mean, young me would have loved that. I used to play a thing with my sister where we were half tiger, half hawk. Very similar. When I was
What did you call it?
Tiger
I don't
Hawks.
recall.
Street Hawks, maybe.
That's pretty good. I mean,
did you have
Hawks
like
right there.
a tiger screech or a bird roar? Did you do anything like that?
I'm pretty sure it was just pretty much tiger coming out of the mouth.
Did you go like this?
Yeah, a lot of that.
A lot of this. Yeah.
A lot of just holding them out while we walked around the living room. And then, if you see an antelope on the plains below, you swoop down, you get that.
Okay. Did you ever have moments where your parents would walk through the room and just like kind of like just avoid looking at you when you were doing that?
I feel like parents are not looking at you because if they did, they would notice how far they've fallen in their current lives.
My brothers and I would go crazy playing games and like having all the kids in the neighborhood. We were always doing all kinds of nutty shit. And I just remember my parents walking through the room being like, I don't want to engage. I'm not even going to look. What the fuck are they doing? We were doing like, I don't know. We were crazy. Once again, Boston Brian in the chat. Really do appreciate it.
Nice show. Today.
2 weeks in a row, opportunity to do an all in with us, Brian. I'm just saying, I'm going to start putting the heat on.
Yeah,
I always
Brian,
say no pressure, but like,
no pressure. Unless your name is Boston Brian, then there's a lot of pressure. There's a
maybe
lot
we get to see on election night. It's a Tuesday. I don't know if you're streaming on Tuesday nights, but election night.
This fucking guy.
Pretty good.
His grandmother died.
Grandkids.
Oh my! I will. I'll never have any.
Could not stop. They could not stop. That motherfucker was an addict. That's called what we call addict behavior. 120 grandkids. Holy motherfucker.
Well, they have to have a whole lot of kids.
They have 14. Not that much free time, filling it all up.
My grandmother was one of 9. And she said we were really poor, and I was like, "Yeah, I bet that's a
lot of money or a lot of kids." And not.
She said, well, back then it didn't really affect us that we knew how to stretch things. I was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "We'd have peanut butter sandwiches with butter, like butter and peanut butter, just to like." It would last long. It would like really fill you up. Like if this is all you're gonna eat today. Yeah. Throw some fucking butter on that peanut butter.
By the way, Fox
News
is hawking. There's a big thing on Fox about, guess what's making a comeback? Hamburger Helper.
Yeah,
a big thing because nobody can afford anything. So now they're saying,
remember the glove?
It's a great thing. They're saying, Hamburger Helper's making a comeback to stretch your meals because they're trying to spin it on Fox that nobody can fucking afford food.
Yeah, that's not an accident. They're trying to make it seem like a cultural victory, so that when significant complaints are said, the people who listen to them respond by saying, "Wait, this is a good thing." Ping going off in their head to get a little dopamine instead of fear.
Exactly, Jake.
Yeah. But by the way, that's what my sauce is looking to take advantage of as well. My delicious, delicious vegetable sauce.
That was a favorite.
Makes cheap meals tasty.
You know what's funny? The animated glove for Hamburger Helper, its name was Lefty. I think we can use that. Lefty. I think he's one of us.
He's
I like it.
We're gonna have to reclaim Hamburger Helper here. We'll call it plant-based meat helper.
poor person
I
food, then I'm a
never-
fucking go.
Called
It's not
plant-based-
poor person, it's a brand name
Plant-based
garbage.
meat substitute helper.
You know,
I
what
use
poor
I
person
think
food is lentils.
I
Hamburgers,
use
beans,
meat
rice.
substitute.
if the
I have to
left is
say.
not supporting the poor, if the left is not the people who care about the poor, then nobody does. Bullshit. I think the left does care about the poor. I think lefty is a perfect name. We should absolutely take it back.
Brian's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take
Oh,
it back.
that's
He's
good.
got 3 fingers and a thumb, which is very cartoon, but
Mhm.
maybe we can use what's the number 4? Can we use that somehow?
Because we would never say "F you" to the hungry masses.
L-E-F.
We don't need the middle
left.
finger.
L-E-F-T. 4 letters. You can spell it on one hand.
This is good. This is good. I like where this is going.
He's got a clown nose. I'm sure we can use that somehow. Everyone start wearing clown noses to protest. Way more affordable. Right?
Yeah, good idea.
Fuck
I
up the
gotta go
facial
get a drink.
recognition.
I'll be right back.
It's 11:33 p.m. Eastern. Sandy's got to keep that cat from scratching.
Yeah, all 7 of them.
Whoa.
Hang on.
Whoa. Sandy's excited to keep the cat from scratching.
There's
Some more information.
Sounds like a euphemism. I don't know for what.
Me
does
neither.
sound-
That's the thing.
we
still
used to
trying
eat
to find
hamburger helper daily though. When I was growing up, that was it.
What?
That
Okay, can
was-
I ask what is hamburger helper? What is that?
It's just like a box.
I've never had it
of-
'cause I was an actual poor person.
It's like a box of pasta with a seasoning packet, and you buy ground beef and that and mix them. It's hamburger helper. So it's like just take regular hamburger, which everyone's buying anyway.
So it's
add
it's
this
an
stuff and
uberly
different flavors.
expensive brand name.
It's like
pasta.
mac and cheese, beef
What,
stroganoff,
Andrea? You are
that kind of stuff.
You can
the
get like
most
pasta for
plastic
dirt fucking
progressive.
cheap.
God damn. Are you just looking to be angry for the sake of the show?
Have you not picked up on that?
Oh
my
yeah,
2
I
years
just don't
in.
I
understand.
just
Like,
figured out the act.
I just don't get it. Hamburger helper it's a brand name.
Do you
It's
think she
just
really
pasta,
hates us?
but more expensive. It's pasta with more.
I just
expensive.
thought you.
Well,
just-
and this is before
It's not more. We need to get this clear.
bulk.
How much
It is
cost?
something that costs less than meat costs that you
Yeah.
add to meat to stretch out your meal.
And
I
then
don't understand how.
and
it's
then being
different
able to
than
buy
pasta.
bulk kind of killed that because you would just buy all your ingredients and the bulk food aisle.
But
in
if
most
you're
grocery
poor,
stores
why are you buying
coincided
meat?
with the
Because
death
meat
of-
is extremely expensive.
need
It's
some
like with all these
meat.
tariffs and all the farm fucking shit.
This wasn't that big of a deal.
Can't actually be confused by this.
Maybe you're talking about Fox News trying to bring it back, but in the 80s and 70s and 80s, late 70s, I guess, and 80s, it wasn't that.
Oh, it was a
It
different.
wasn't
economy.
like we were.
Wasn't a lot of-
Damn, ground beef's expensive as shit. We didn't have that problem.
Yeah, it was a different world.
Different time.
I
different
just don't
time.
understand how it's any different than pasta. I don't see the difference.
It's not.
Well, we
Well, it
would do
comes
that
with seasoning
too. But
pack. It comes
yeah,
with
it's
instructions. That's the only difference.
this is like pre/early microwave days, and it was an example of the evolution of convenience.
Mm.
Food being conveniently packaged or pre-prepared for you, prepared in advance for you, for the working class, for people who don't have time. Then and this was TV dinners, kind of evolved into something more like
Man, TV dinners, that shit.
more like
tastes
hamburger
horrible. I
helper,
ate so
and then
many of those when I was a kid. Holy fuck.
and then it went back to TV dinners in terms of like just being able to pop something in the microwave. So like these things sort of like were in flux. And once again, I think if you just find that bulk food aisle, find
Yeah,
5
I'm telling
minutes.
you, man. Like when I was really poor, I'd just steal cans of beans. I would just beans.
I did steal my way through my early 20s, I gotta say. The Meyer in
Absolutely.
Ypsilanti, Michigan was basically getting raided once a week. I
Hell,
pioneered
in
your
some of
early
the theft
20s.
techniques that they defend against now. The putting heavy things on the scanner, heavy cheap things like 2-liter bottles of soda, while
Yep.
simultaneously putting light expensive things like cheeses on there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, I've done
Good
the
time.
same shit too.
Ah, Jesus
Oh
Christ.
man. And Sandy is just scaring the.
I'm
absolute
going to
fuck
become
out
the
of us.
cat.
Holy
I
fuck.
that is fucking with me. It's also a lot of fun, I gotta say, but terrifying.
That's
way too realistic.
realistic. I don't like
Yes.
it. The depth of the
Yes.
ears is what gets me.
Yeah,
The
Jesus.
cat with
this
the
is
Harley
like-
hat on.
This is bad. I don't like this stream. This is slowly becoming the worst stream.
Some people
This
are
is
turned on by
hideous.
that sort of thing. Some
I don't
people
know,
find
man.
it
Holy
pretty
fuck,
hot.
I'm scared.
Some
I'm gonna have
people are afraid
nightmares
and
from that
turned
shit.
on.
Holy motherfucker.
You know what? You know what I find to be like a turn on in like a really funny way. And I'm not the kind of guy that's like always out there going, "This is what turns me on."
Okay.
You know, I really
Going in this direction.
not that sort of a dude. But
What turns you on, Matt?
like when you know Maria is it Maria Bamford, the comedian? When
Yes.
she does I think she calls it the BMW lady voice. That's
Yeah.
hot. Yeah,
It
that's
is.
like
It's
she's
weird, though,
very
'cause
cool
I'm not-
anyway, but
I'm not prepared to be attracted to Maria Bamford, and then she puts on that voice, and it's not her stage voice that she uses, and it's like a fancy lady, and it's suddenly kind of hot. Yeah,
it would be like
very
a good
uncomfortable.
it would be a very like as a phone operator, it would just bring me right. I'd be like, anything you say.
Yeah.
I don't know any of those things. I don't know about BMW operators.
just
I
talk
don't
like a
know
real,
about
like,
Maria.
Catalina Island snob or
Bamford.
something like that. But the way she does it, I'm like, it's kind of hot. She has
Are
an
we gonna get
episode.
a sample here, or are you just gonna?
I don't know if we can, but she has an episode of her show Lady Dynamite where she's doing it for a gag at a dinner party, and some guy like falls for her, and she has to maintain it, which is pretty funny. And then
That's
she's
good.
like, "This is my real voice." So even she knows like that's a thing. It's funny.
It's like if Bobcat. Do you know who Bobcat Goldthwait is?
Oh
Fuck
yeah.
Yeah, it's like if he did
Shake
his
the
like
clown.
90% of his act the way he did it, and then suddenly he talks like very suave and sophisticated. It just comes out of nowhere.
Yes, right. Remember Shakes the Clown? Remember
No.
that movie?
No.
don't.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
that became like a cult classic. Robin Williams plays a mime instructor in that, but Shakes the Clown because he's an alcoholic.
Jesus.
It's fucking funny. It's funny as shit. There's rodeo clowns, the mimes, the party clowns. There's all kind. It's like a good exploration. I think it was 80s comedy.
Clowns
It's
are
really fun.
scary.
They can be
Clowns are awesome.
like if
I'm
they just come
sorry.
out of the woods
They're
with no
hits-
explanation.
Yeah,
That's
that would
scary.
be spooky. I would
But
be
if you
honest.
So
go
here's
to the
my-
circus and see a clown, kind of
Here's
in
my
context.
clown theory. I think that a lot of things people are afraid of are based upon ancient legitimate fears. Like people have a fear of heights because that'll kill you. People have a fear of spiders maybe because back in the day there were spiders that were poison enough to kill humans. What if the fear of clowns is based on some natural predator that is from ancient days haunting the woods on honkish feet? Who's to say?
Aliens.
On what feet?
Aliens. aliens.
Honkish feet.
Honkish
It's the
feet.
killer clowns from outer
Honk,
space
honk,
theory.
Honk honk.
Yes.
We were
totally-
invaded by aliens 5, 10, 100,000 years ago, and
Drove 'em
we
off
almost
the
all
stage.
died. And the ones who survived were just like really fucking scared. Like they look at the aliens and like those guys are fucking weird. And everyone else was like, "Oh, look, they're pretty cool." They walk up, they get zapped, dead. Everyone else is like, "Ooh, those guys are weird. They're hiding in the cave somewhere." Boom, fear clowns.
Gets Seltzer in the face, melts their face skin off. Yeah.
That'd fuck me up. Yeah, I'd be traumatized.
They
I'd be
reach in,
traumatized
grab
for
your intestines,
generations.
pull them out, and then
I'd
a
be
bunch
so
of, like,
traumatized that
rags.
my great grandkids are gonna look at a clown in a circus and be freaked the fuck out. That's
I
how
hate them.
traumatized I am.
They
Did you know,
are
by the way, that
traumatizing.
trauma actually modifies your sperm cells when you engage in a horrific trauma? And you're whoa, what the fuck?
Makes sense.
When you
I'm just
engage
pulling
in a
your
Look at
horrific
this guy.
trauma, it modifies your sperm cells.
That
I don't
makes
mean
Are you
I did
doing
not know
magic
that.
tricks?
I can
No
see
wonder
that.
my sperm are so afraid.
Have you asked them lately?
I can see.
Yeah, well,
that.
we don't talk often, but when they land on my face and I'm like, whoopsie.
Oh,
catch up.
TMI.
I don't know. It's just because I'm trying to balance the jars as I'm walking through the facility, and
Oh,
it's
you're
a slippery
funny.
floor.
Oh my god. Oh gosh.
The questions
Yeah.
are mounting.
It
Well,
is
clowns.
11:42
Clowns.
p.m. on the eastern
Yeah.
seaboard of the North American occupied continental region of America.
I think let's
Yes,
call
it
it
is.
there. call it at 11:45.
not
I'm
falling.
tired.
I haven't.
Hell
yeah,
no,
we're
dude.
gonna.
I'm going on
Oh.
6 hours. I'm not going to bail 15 minutes before 6
No.
hours.
We're gonna make it
But
to
no,
12,
I mean, as
and then we'll
usual,
see.
anybody feel free to.
2 hours. No, I give myself the 2 hours. I'm tired, and I have my show tomorrow at 5, which means I got to work on it tomorrow because today I did outside shit before, outside stuff and inside stuff.
I went outside
yeah.
today for
I'm
about
outside every day.
30, 40 seconds. It
What?
was raining, so I went back inside.
Oh, I love being outside.
We put up a YouTube short today on this space with Sandee that broke a record for most views in
What,
short period
Sandee?
of time. You,
Sandee,
Me?
killing it.
yeah.
No
Hey,
shit.
here's a comment on a short that we put
Hell
up
yeah.
about from last week's debate. You know, this is New York City mayoral debate. The comment is, New York is a crap hole and is only getting worse. Okay.
Probably not wrong. Probably
Listen,
not wrong.
it's not as big of a crap hole as it was in the 70s if you ever went down to
Here's-
Times Square.
here's
Oh,
another one.
boy.
As the New Yorker, now I should tell you both of these are at first name 4 digits, which is sort of a tell
722.
as far as like automated traffic online goes. But
Yeah.
they say, as a New Yorker, I want a mayor who actually cares about New York first, and that is Sliwa. I don't want a mayor whose main concern is fighting the president of this country. Mom Donnie has his priorities all wrong. So that's just like
No shit.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
just
bot
like-
for sure.
bot central casting right there.
Yeah.
It's getting obvious. But what do you think about New York is a crap hole and it's only getting worse? There's something
Probably not
poetic
wrong.
about
Yeah, I
that.
think
I
everything
really
is
like.
that applies everywhere, right? You know.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
listen.
don't know if I
gotta
agree
peep.
with it, but I'll keep it because comments get us in the
Stimulate.
algorithm.
Yeah.
That's
So
hilarious.
I'll allow it.
So no one
Yeah.
even wasted energy on it. Oh, except for the
Well, thanks for putting those shorts up. I didn't even see it.
Come on, what do you mean?
That's
you should
one
be
of the benefits
reposting
you
that
get.
shit
Yeah,
on your
but I
social
wasn't-
media.
I will. I was not on today. I had to take a bit of a break until you guys came on because I can't. I'm
We're
overwhelmed.
taking breaks now. You
from
get
social
breaks.
media. Yeah, because I'm overwhelmed. It's too much, and I was
I've been
really
in.
feeling depressed.
I've been in Left Past 10 Industries HQ, and I have not seen a break room.
Yeah. Where
Break
is it?
are you talking? Do they have
Yeah.
like?
I think Jake's in the break room.
Do they have motivational posters up in there?
Oh, always.
Like about taking breaks and how it's good self care? Because I'm not seeing those. I'm missing those. Okay, look. Now, if anybody wants to leave, they may. It's only our 52nd episode. Whatever.
Jacob,
Leave early.
52nd. I have 66.
104th.
I have
54th. 54th.
I have
because it's
66 videos in that playlist.
104th.
In that
But
playlist.
I would like everyone to realize that it's perfectly you aren't shirking your responsibility if you leave early, because we don't say what's early and what's not early, and there's no defined period of time. So if you
2
want to leave
hours
early, go
right.
ahead.
Yeah, sometimes we leave at like 10:17 p.m. We'll just say I'm not really feeling it tonight. See you guys, and then we all leave.
Yes, Kim said Gacy dressed like a clown. He sure did. Serial killer. Mm-hmm.
I was listening to the but don't blame that on clowns.
No. Ooh.
You see what I'm saying? Like, there's if you go to the circus and there's clowns, you don't go, the fuck are they doing here? No, that's normal, right?
Yeah.
But if you're at a rest stop, it's 4 a.m. You just had to stop. And there's a bunch of clowns in there. You should be like, what the fuck are they doing here?
Yeah, that would
Oh,
be really
That would be
hey,
alarming.
nightmare. Oh my fucking God.
If you ever get locked up from a protest, they throw you in the deepest, darkest cell with
the
a clown. Be a little on edge. But if you're at the circus or a kid's party and there's a clown, it's probably okay.
I've met a lot of clowns.
Remember those videos that were going around? This was, I don't know, like 2014, 2015, where clowns were just like coming out of the woods. And people were
Yes.
like, but this was the first time I can remember ever having the thought, yeah, but who filmed that? Because they're like, somebody filmed a clown coming out of the wood. And I'm like, yeah, because they were
it was
just
the clown.
pointing
All
their
those goddamn clips are on story blocks.
they were just pointing their phone at that one section of the woods for no reason, and then they
And then
saw
a
a clown.
Yeah.
I'm not buying. It sounds
Uh,
manufactured, but there were a couple that were like Bigfoot footage, shaky cam, where it was like, and then they focused on the clown like running back into the woods. I remember one of those. They were creepy.
I've got a ton of those clips in my clip library from story blocks, and they're real people. It's real photography, real
Pennywise.
video. But yes,
Joker's way more
scary.
popular than Pennywise.
Joker's not a clown.
Oh, I've
Joker's
used
not
that.
a clown.
Joker's
Pennywise is
not a
real
clown.
Joker's
That's
not a clown.
I've used the Joker in my
he's the clown prince of
one. I have to
crime.
send you, Andrea.
If
I've
they
sent you
call
one
it
of my
that, that's
videos.
stolen valor.
Andrea, have you read one Batman comic?
I've
with
read
the
exactly
Joker?
one, and he wasn't a clown in that one. He wears a suit most of the time I've seen him. He smokes cigars. Clowns don't smoke.
He does not smoke
what?
cigars.
He doesn't have the fucking frilly oval like circular
Clowns
hair.
smoke cigars all the time.
No,
He
doesn't have
sometimes
fucking
does
Pennywise
that.
is a
honk honk
creature.
nose. He doesn't
that
have
looks
the
like a
fucking
clown.
big ass shoes. Have you seen Joker in big ass shoes? I haven't seen him in big ass shoes.
Yes.
Called
What are you talking
clown
about? Yes,
reason.
he does the clown.
Now I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say he's not a clown. And even if he were a clown, Pennywise is still better and more popular. Pennywise would eat that.
What?
fucker for breakfast.
Yeah, everybody remembers the constant Pennywise costumes we're gonna see in about a week. Yeah, the Pennywise costumes that are at
I
Spirit
see them all the
Halloween
time.
all
They're
the time.
coming out of the
Yeah, yeah.
woods. They're just
Heath
weird.
Ledger's Pennywise is unforgettable. Totally.
But I just refuse to say that Joker's a clown. I've seen the Dark
Yeah, I don't
Knight.
think
He
it's a
wasn't a
clown.
clown in that movie.
No,
I've
it's a
seen the
Joker.
one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He wasn't a clown in that movie. I've seen the one.
He wasn't in that movie. Okay.
He wasn't.
all
Well,
right,
I've
all
seen
right.
that
This is
one.
getting a
Regardless,
little.
I
This is
just
getting a little silly.
he's not a clown. I'm just putting that out there. He's not a clown.
Fair enough.
There's the biggest clown of all.
Now that's a clown. That's one hell of a clown.
That's a
Okay,
clown.
That's a
Good,
real
good,
big
good.
ass.
Yeah.
I like that they don't have to mess with the hair at all for that.
Yeah.
It worked
Oh
as clown hair. Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, the perfect hair. That's an old one, man. I've had that in my clip file since probably 2016.
Hold on,
61.
everyone. Hold on. The plot thickens. We got votes.
It's just. I mean, it's just.
Joker's not
Joker's
a clown.
not a clown.
You know,
Not a
you can-
clown. Not a
Look
You can have
at
that
it.
personal opinion, but it is not in any way definitive. He's called the Clown Prince of Crime.
He's called that by
Clown.
who?
Oh,
Illiterate
really?
fucks.
The clown prince of crime, huh? I didn't
Yeah.
think it was a clown. I don't know. Joker is Joker. It's a genre. It's a genre of its own.
Pennywise, spoiler, is a spider, a giant spider, right?
Mm.
Isn't that what he really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that what
Actually,
he
I
really
gotta
is? Who's to say
withdraw
what he really
my
is?
resignation.
If he lives
The
most
book.
Stephen King.
That's where the book
Shut
kind
the
of
fuck up.
bottoms out.
So if he spends
Where you're
90%
like, oh, it's a
making
spider. Come on.
consciousness as a clown, and he spends like 3% of his life as a spider, because when is he ever going to go into the Spider Verse? Never. He's going to be a fucking
Spider-Verse.
goddamn clown, so he can walk around and freak the fuck out of Georgie, right? So he's a clown, right?
Clown.
What am I, a clown? I'm here to
I'm not seeing
amuse
the
you.
logic.
What are you
Saying I'm here to amuse you. I make you laugh.
But like fucking Joker puts on clown shoes in episode 17 of one show, and that makes him a clown forever.
Did
Okay, I
you
get it.
know?
Tarnish the image.
Okay,
Andrea.
just to be clear, when I'm talking about comic book characters, I'm not talking about movies or TV versions of those comic.
Yeah,
book
well, that's all I
characters.
watch. You know how I am.
So anyway, I think if you're just talking about popular media, Joker. Joker's more.
Joker's not a
popular,
clown.
I
That's the thing. That's the
Popular.
big issue here.
think. It's like such a silly thing to say, but okay.
It's, you might think
So-
it's silly, but in popular media, think about it. Who watches the movies and the TV shows versus reads the comics, right? I argue to you, if I, someone who's watched 8 Batman films, don't think that Joker's a clown, I think most Americans would probably say, yeah, Joker, is he really?
Pennywise is in all the It movies and TV shows, but the Joker is not necessarily in all the. I mean, you're It's not even a third of them, probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Like,
he's still not a clown. He wears
two.
fucking makeup, but that doesn't make him a clown. Is JD Vance a clown?
he doesn't wear makeup. Okay, see, so
Wait, I thought
don't know what
Vance
you're
wore
talking about.
eyeliner.
What do you mean he doesn't wear makeup? He doesn't put on lipstick, mascara. That's not mascara.
on top of, okay, anyway, look, I'm not gonna sit here and nerd out with you about this shit. Like, technically,
Nerd
Technically.
out. That's a nerd out.
Also, yes, I think that's the one thing that makes you a clown is dressing like a clown.
But he's not. He doesn't dress like a clown.
Purple suit.
That's not a clown suit. What is purple? Why does that make? Why is purple clownish? He wears.
I
a
mean,
suit.
I do own a purple suit, so I
Does
don't
that
know
make
what
you a
I'm
clown when
saying.
you put that on? Does
It
that make
might.
you a clown now? You transform into a clown. It's
Jake
a suit.
is
If it
not
was a purple,
clown.
like let's say polka dot suit, right? And the polka dots were all different colors, then maybe it's a clown. Maybe that's a clown suit. Purple, that's not clown. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I got purple pants.
Then
on.
what
Does
is
that
he?
make me
Are you
clown?
saying
Am
he's
I
a regular
clown?
guy?
Am I a clown? Do I look like a clown to you? Am I funny?
No.
Do I
If
make
he's
you
not a
funny?
clown, what
funny.
is he?
You're funny.
It's just like, you're not a clown. Oh, I guess I'm a regular guy. Dressed like that? I don't think so.
He's not a
Looking like
regular
that?
guy. He's a fucking freak show, but he's not a clown. Definitely not a clown. Stolen Valor?
He could be like an emo rocker, I guess.
Yeah. He's definitely in like a boy band of some sorts.
About as much of a clown as Robert Smith. I don't know.
All I know is that fucking like I watched that movie with what was it? Jack Nicholson as Joker. Wasn't a clown. Not a clown. Not even one scene did he look like a
He had
clown.
a
He looked
fucking
funny.
hand buzzard.
Not a clown. That's
He had
not
a
clown.
flower that sprayed hydrochloric acid.
That's not a clown. That's a criminal. He's trying to kill people. That's not a clown. Clowns don't kill
Okay.
people. What are you talking about? I don't get it.
Oh,
seen-
John Wayne Gacy.
Boy, we really go down some rabbit holes
Have
here,
you seen the newest Joker movie?
No.
Okay, I'll put it. Here's where I will.
No.
I haven't
I'll
seen
give
any
you
of them.
some ground. Here's the only place. If I saw somebody dressed as the Joker step out of the woods, middle of the fucking day, but I'm alone in a field next to the woods, and somebody dressed as the Joker steps out, I'm going to be like, okay.
I'm gonna
But
shoot him.
if a clown stepped out, terrifying. Like, so there is sort of there's a dynamic there that the supposed like worst villain of all comic book history in real life, okay. But like somebody just in a clown costume in the wrong place, bad.
Not good. Yeah, it's a really bad situation.
So
If
it's
I saw
scarier.
someone dressed up as like Heath Ledger or whatever in the woods, I'd be like, oh, that makes sense.
You'd be like,
know,
you
if I saw
kind
someone
of got the costume.
clown,
You
I
look
would
like
get
him.
That makes sense.
voice
I
isn't
wouldn't
right.
feel that way at all, and I live in the
If
woods.
some guy had some weird like white face paint and some lipstick on and was hanging out in the woods, yeah, why not? I'd
Be like, you do
that's-
you, buddy.
Yeah,
But if you step out of there dressed like a full blown clown, we got problems.
not good. You go in there looking like
You're
the
gonna
Joker,
catch
you might
these
come out
hands.
looking like a clown. I'll put it that way.
Well, hunting season's coming up here, and a lot of those guys look like clowns.
That's true.
I
That's
used to
true.
hunt clowns, but the meat tastes funny.
Good
It's
one,
the
good
clown.
one. Wow. So I'll save my dad joke
That
for
was
next
good.
week. That was pretty good.
Oh.
I wish you
Um,
had that sound effect, that boom boom sound effect.
Hey,
Ooh,
you
I
got a
do-
soundboard. You're a host. Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
good
right.
point.
I have.
I do.
They're
have
all
those.
in eCam. Oh, they're all in eCam. I'll have to make it.
Hey, was that a
new
Tiger Hawk?
folder
Sweet,
with
dude.
sounds.
Good
Mhm.
Yeah, that was
callback.
good.
That was the bird roar. Tiger screech.
Clown
Okay.
is
Anyway,
alive.
it is just about midnight. Should we wrap her up? What do you guys think?
I
Was this
No,
a
let's
good?
wait until midnight.
Rapper.
good anniversary
As well,
episode?
yeah, at midnight.
We have to wait until midnight. We'll do it at exactly midnight if you really
Happy
want to go. Here's the deal,
Two-year
everybody.
anniversary.
Matt told me privately this
I have
morning, and I'm
AIDS.
leaking the correspondence. Matt told me he stayed up all night. He didn't get any
Oh, no.
sleep.
I
He
guess.
went to bed and he was up all night reading Batman comics. And that's
No,
why
I
he's
wasn't.
so defensive today.
I was
when
laying in
have
bed
the
wide
gall-
awake. I was not
not to be
reading
confused
Batman.
with the ancient civilization. But when I have the gall to
He was
suggest
up all night reading Batman.
that the
comics.
Joker is not a clown, it really makes him upset because he last time he slept was he fell asleep for like 45 minutes yesterday at like maybe 6:00 a.m.
Ugh.
And so he's been up all night reading Batman, and he's working on his graphic novel where he accidentally found himself like drawing Batman, and then he had to like redo a couple pages. And then he kind of
I always do that.
the situation, and so that's why he wants to end the show so early. That's why he's looking over. Someone mentioned it earlier. Matt's like doing this, just like looking at the clock. It's like,
Hey, we don't all need to be talking at once.
And he's going through some sort of Joker type of psychosis episode where he sees clowns coming out of the woods.
I really did like
Jokers like popping out of the pages, like Sadako from the fucking TV. But
all night it was like 15 minutes out, up for 45
like a
minutes, down for 10, up for 20, down. It was weird. I don't know what happened.
The worst. I'm sorry.
Anyway, surprise! I do have one more clip to play. And
we're doing clips.
Well, I was rooting through older clips.
Oh, okay, a good clip. I see.
And I found, I don't know what, there's a longer version of this on my channel, I think, but I found an edited thing. I don't know why I did this. It's mostly me because it was going on my channel, but this is
it's mostly you, like most of the clips that you produce of the show.
It's a 4-minute edit of the first 5 or 6 minutes of our 52nd our 1 year episode. And I thought it would be neat to go back and look at that exactly a year ago because we look like fucking babies. And I'm not saying that like we're in the Mad Max phase right now, but I kind of just feel like everyone grew up a lot in the last year.
Oh, since
not just us, but like every fucking body.
Yeah, I'm getting
old.
So,
anyway,
yeah.
I thought I would just show this real quick and then I'll roll the end credits and we'll be out of here. But thanks for hanging out, you guys. I
thought that this was a great episode. I learned a lot from this episode. I'm gonna have to go cover up some tattoos later. And I had a great time with the show. And I hope we are still here in a year from now. I hope none of us are in Seacot. I hope none of us are dead. I hope none of us have been banned again. And so that's really all I got here. Also, did anyone notice that Letterhack made his lighting red to match the background, which is also red? Very good, very nice.
Ooh, very cool, dude.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah. That's
Dark
nice.
side. Dark Letterhack. Okay, thanks guys. I'll see you next week. Really appreciate everyone hanging out for our special debate coverage. That was fun.
Oh, we're leaving.
Yeah. And
good night to my people. Thank you so much for joining. Kameshwari, Kate. Hi. We've got 2 Canadians here tonight. Yes, it's nice.
See y'all next week.
See you, buddy.
Get me out.
My God, that was awesome.
That was hilarious.
Oh,
my God.
I was like all at once drowning and being like delivered by the water. That was awesome.
How many takes
It
that
was
was?
so good.
That
my
took a while to do.
Happy.
A little bit.
I loved it.
That
I
was
loved it.
great.
Very nice. Thanks for doing
Oh,
that.
yeah. I like
I loved it.
the beat, the new beat on the intro song.
I
That
can
was
send you the
great.
full version if you want. Like
Terrific.
a,
Oh yeah.
Well, happy 52.
Yeah. Hey,
Happy
that was a
Happy
great way to
52.
kick it
Is
off.
this identically like 1 year? Like what's the
Is it?
date?
It's our
52 episodes. I think so. Yeah,
Fifth year.
because
Well, we
to
skipped.
everyone know, this is our weekly panel show where we are
Mhm.
unscripted, free form, just
Mhm.
chatting like you might do in a bar or your living room or a cafe or whatever. We're
Yes.
just shooting the breeze.
Waiting room
Anything can
outside
come
of an
up.
orgy.
That's right.
Shooting the
Anywhere.
shit.
You
Shooting the
know,
shit.
the application line for your local cult, whatever it is.
Sure.
All right. Well,
But yeah, so there was one guy who tuned into the show a few weeks ago and was like, I don't know what the fuck this is. The majority report seems to think I should be watching this. You're looking at a map for some socialist you're not even going to vote for. And they were just rambling. And I was like, okay, hold on.
oh
Not
my
every
goodness.
episode's the same, buddy.
It's offensive
Relax.
to me that they got triggered by something you did and not something I did. Because
Well, they
I
said
try to make people upset, and they're mad about you looking at a map. Like, come on.
they said
Well-
if you want some honest feedback, I'm 10 minutes in and I don't know what the fuck this is. And they were like losing it.
No,
I
we
was
don't.
like, you're only 10 minutes in.
Do have to explain that this is my week of my Wednesday nights of having fun and levity, and it's not about the climate crisis or anything. Just sometimes we talk about politics, sometimes we talk about climate, sometimes we talk about just nothing, whatever we want. We talk about Matt, and he's a cartoonist and he's amazing. We talk about Jake, what he's doing, and Andrea's work, but it's not scripted, and we have fun and we like each other.
Yeah.
It's not scripted, except Matt says the same thing every time the show starts. This is an unscripted show. And you say it the same way every
That's the
time.
scripted part.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, likewise.
too.
Yeah.
I'm happy we're all here.